at Union.
Our latest cool front is sinking off to the south and to the east, but still hanging a lot of clouds behind the front. We'll call it mostly cloudy on this Wednesday afternoon, but nice temperatures, 84. Tonight, maybe a spot thunderstorm, a weak secondary cool front coming by, partly to mostly cloudy skies, 68. Thursday looks great, partly sunny, nice, comfortable humidity, great temperatures, 83 degrees, 67 and clear Thursday night. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, sunshine and upper 80s. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by i3 Broadband. With the kids home for the summer, your house is a digital zoo of streaming and gaming. Switch to i3 Broadband and upgrade your summer. Head to i3broadband.com/radio today or call 866-806-5485 to upgrade today, because life runs better on fiber, and i3 Broadband is here for you. Right now, we've got a cloudy sky. It's 82 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis, DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Wednesday to everybody. What a weird day. Like,
it's raining and stuff.
it was so dark when I woke up.
Oh, me too.
It was much later than I usually sleep. I mean, 7. But it just, like, it looked like midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can't talk about this enough. Like I was talking to Wheels about it, who usually doesn't get things like this, but he totally got it. Like, the day is just off. Everything's yellow. Like, the lighting, just everything's just yellow.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird around here.
We should probably go.
Yeah, I'll just put on some music.
Yeah. 4 hours of music. We used to stunt back in the old days of radio. You do things like that. Remember one time,
and everyone loved it.
I had a message board. I don't think it was like the first one, but it was like in 2000, so it was pretty early on. And I was going to Jamaica for a vacation, and my boss goes, "Why don't we stunt and say that you're suspended for something?" And I'm like, "Okay." And so we did, and like the message board went crazy, and people were like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna, write my senator." And
So you guys just lied?
yes,
Yeah.
You like wanted people to believe the lie?
yes, that was the intent of it.
Interesting.
You were fooling them.
Yeah.
Was the theory then?
So what happened when you just came back? Were you like, I've served my sentence admirably, or were you like,
I
gotcha?
don't remember. I just remember that like 20-30% of stuff, not on my show so much because my show was so different, but like the classic morning shows back then.
Oh, everything was that.
Everything was stunts.
Pranks.
Everything.
It was all like somebody in the studios getting picked on, but not really because it's all fake.
Right.
Like that was a big thing.
I won't name names, but I know for sure because I heard the conversations that it would be like, okay, so Rach is going to say this, and then Kevin's going to say this, and then we're going to get in a fight. Like, that was, at least on the DGS, when we fight, you can tell we're really fighting.
It's the real deal, baby.
It's the real deal. I got my ass handed to me a while ago. I was, Andrew and Rach were in the kitchen giggling, and Beth Coughlin, who is the news director and a good friend, but she eats weird food. And she was walking back with just like a thing of peas for lunch. And I said to my best friends in my gang, of which I'm the leader, "Hey guys, look, let's make fun of the nerd." And then it turned into we love peas and we love Beth and we love everything but Dave. And peas are good protein. I'm just like, I got to get out of
Peas
here.
are good protein.
No,
Yeah, that's how it
fiber.
went down.
Yeah,
No,
I was gonna
I
say, it's a little different thing.
I had your back that it's weird to eat just peas. I'm never eaten just peas.
Well, then
I
how are
do-
you eating them?
Like
Well,
under
like, next to a steak or something.
yeah, a bed of peas, and then you put a nice grilled piece of chicken on top
Now,
of that.
I'm not
and you have
trying to
chicken
blow
and
everybody's
peas.
mind here, but a pea is a vegetable that grows from the earth. How is
Well-
it weird to eat it?
Now that you told me, I don't want it
It
anymore.
is weird to eat only peas.
Now that you told me it's a
No,
vegetable.
it's not. I think it's great.
Like lunch would be like peas are a great side dish.
Yes, I consider peas a side dish.
Or they go really good on a salad when they're cold. Yeah.
What else is weird to eat by itself?
That's a really
Pretty much.
good-
Well, it depends on like if it's a snack versus a lunch, those are different.
if you brought like
If you just ate carrots for lunch, I'm like, all right, it's a little weird. Eating
Yeah.
carrots is not weird, but only carrots for lunch is a little bit weird.
if Beth was like, I'm gonna make my lunch, it's mashed potatoes, I'd be like, that's weird. It's weird to just eat mashed potatoes. It's a food.
Yep.
But it's like I would think that that's strange. To me, mashed potatoes is an accompaniment
Yes.
of sorts, and I don't know if I would think it was strange if somebody just ate like a big bowl of mashed potatoes for their lunch.
Is that any side?
That's a
Yeah.
good question. Maybe.
I mean, if you just ate, I don't know, Andrew, bread and butter, that'd be weird if that was just the lunch.
Yummy.
I feel like Rach is really rethinking being on the show right now.
Well, it's like, Beth's such a nerd. Look at her eating healthy.
It's not about that.
So stupid.
It's good to eat
It's
healthy.
like, no, peas are actually trendy right now. I hate to break that to you guys,
Yeah.
too.
I'm a
but
fan of the pea,
Now
but
that was news to me. I did not know that peas were trendy.
Peas are blowing
why are they
I did
trendy?
not know peas were hot.
Because peas are good for you. Peas do contain a lot of fiber, and it helps you go to the bathroom. Not saying that's what Beth's goal was, but I'm saying a lot of people use peas for that goal in mind. And they do like some peas, a little olive oil, a little salt and pepper.
They need a new catch line like, need to poop? Take a pee.
Ooh, that's good. This is why.
According to
he makes
AI,
the
it
big
says the
bucks.
peas are having a major modern food moment.
There you go.
And no one knew but Rach.
Beth knew clearly.
Yeah. I mean, they're a regular in our house. It's just they're never the focal point of a meal.
They're a regular.
Well, do we know she was having lunch?
Oh,
or was
maybe
she
not.
having a snack?
Yeah, that could be. And then it would be a relatively, but it was lunchtime though, right?
It gave
This is
us.
like the lamest courtroom in the world. We're like, but
I
but
rest
look
my
at the clock.
case.
It was lunchtime.
It was in the noon hour.
What's make you of that?
We had the flimsiest of all reasons to make fun of her. So
Definitely not making fun. Just not.
Oh,
not,
Dave
not
wanted
my
to
move.
make fun
Oh,
of her.
Dave,
That-
you
Dave
did?
I
was-
tried.
Oh.
Dave had the goal in mind of
I
just like
tried.
eviscerating
Okay.
Beth for
Yeah.
her pee.
No, let's
For
make
her
fun
pea
of the
snack.
nerd was word for word.
Yeah.
anybody else affected by the Sweet 16 yesterday? I had some of the best potato skins at dinner I've ever had.
Those looked amazing.
Yeah. And happy birthday to Maureen. Today's
Nice.
her birthday.
Happy birthday.
Phoebe has to leave today, so I went out to dinner last night.
Nice.
And we went to Sportsman's Park, where I had not been in years and years. And it's worth it just for the potato skins.
Dude, skins are so good.
I had an appetizer that I felt like very silly that I didn't put it on the list when I was eating it.
What was that?
It was a Bosco stick.
Oh, I like Bosco sticks.
Whoa, what's that?
It is essentially a breadstick that's filled with melted, probably mozzarella cheese. You got to think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, I miss Prince of Ollie's,
Mm-hmm.
Alton, Illinois.
It was Roma's.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah. We.
Ah, man, you didn't say you had aromas for dinner last
I know.
night.
We ended up kind of accidentally in Bethalto, and I was like, you know what? You know what's in Bethalto?
Accidentally?
The greatest
Just
restaurant.
make a
on
wrong
earth.
turn or?
Yeah, basically, we took some bad DoorDashes that
Oh,
were
okay.
Next time you go, get 2 pies.
no tipping.
Bring
I know.
one
I
in.
thought about that. Not until I got home, but I was like, because I had told myself like a month ago, I was like, I gotta remember next time I go to Roma's, I gotta get like a pizza and throw it in the fridge and bring it to Dave.
Yeah, speaking of Maureen's birthday, so yesterday was her sister Terry's birthday. And I had asked her last week, I'm like, so how was that growing up? And she's like, sharing birthdays. And then last night she goes, you really got in my head about this. She's like, I am really like retroactively angry.
Do you know how many years they are apart?
4, I think.
Okay. Well, that's better than like 1. Because I feel like if it was 1 year apart, then you're doing everything together.
Yeah.
I can't help it. I always feel bad. I have a cousin whose birthday is on Christmas. And it's like, that's a raw deal, too.
It is.
That's tough.
Yeah, there's just no way.
Yeah, they
They're
can
not
tell
just
you.
folding that.
They can tell you all they want that, no, we're treating it as 2 separate things. No, you're not. No, it'd be impossible to.
Fun. Did you guys see the guinea pig thing out in Darden?
I saw a tweet about it.
So, this sounds so stupid. Like, I'm not going to get all the facts straight. Like, it's, the Strait of Hormuz or something. But out at, 40 in Winghaven-ish kind of area, someone, I guess, tried to dump guinea pigs. Like you dump a dog, but they dump them in their little roller balls. Like the movie G-Force with Zach
so mean with
Galifianakis.
how hot it's been.
And 3 of them died. 1 still hanging on. So they're taking care of it.
Wow.
What? Who dumps guinea pigs?
I know, that's completely insane.
Don't dump anything.
I do know.
Don't dump pets at all, man. There are people that will take them. It takes you 10 seconds to do a Google search.
I do know a little bit about this. Until very recently, I did have 4 guinea pigs. They love to roll around their little roller balls. No, I'm kidding. Somebody I know, somebody very close to me's sibling is a guinea pig breeder, and that is a kind of
He breeds with guinea pigs.
and it's like a new, like, much like peas, they're having a bit of a moment. They are
well deserved.
Very guinea pig breeding is like a very big industry right now. Sort of like, like dog breeding or whatever. So this person has like a basement that is just like filled with like dozens of guinea pigs.
And you've seen them.
I have seen them, yes. They are very cute.
So, I'm sorry.
I don't necessarily approve of the guinea pig breeding methods, but...
What do you mean?
I mean, it's like any kind of like backyard breeding. Backyard breeders
are...
are...
like the specific, they had a thing they did.
No, I just don't like backyard breeders for any kind of animal. I just think it's personal preference.
So, how does this relate to the story?
I'm glad you asked. I forgot that part.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to get us back on track here.
No, I appreciate you. I forgot to add that part. I'm guessing that this is probably an attempt at that. It's probably an attempt to like get on the new money-making scheme, which is guinea pig breeding, which is like becoming a bigger and bigger sort of.
But why would throwing guinea pigs out get you into pig breeding?
Just that you tried it and you didn't like it or it didn't work, and so you, because like my wife will see that happen with dogs all the time in her industry. Is that somebody will attempt like a backyard breeding operation, doesn't really work out, and then they just like throw the dogs into the woods or whatever and take off as fast as they can. It's a huge problem.
Ironically, it's in here in my show prep somewhere, but there is a full-on guinea pig rescue.
Yeah.
In some city.
There are rescues for every animal breed, which is why you just don't dump them, because somebody will take them.
Yeah.
Stop being a lazy jackass. Do a Google search and give them to someone that won't just throw them into a field.
Well, PETA announced it's offering a reward of up to $5,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the people responsible for abandoning these guinea pigs.
Kind of a mean species.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Well, not all of us.
Not all of us. Some of us.
Clearly just the ignorant jackasses. Seriously, you deserve an ass kicking for doing stuff like that. I'm not even kidding. You should go to jail and be beaten up.
Not only that, but it's also the prevalence. Like we all agree that you shouldn't kill a bunch of nurses and bury them in your crawl space, but it happens so infrequently. But this is pretty low-key evil, more evil than low-key, and it happens so much that there are whole organizations that exist just because we do that.
I think there need to be more laws in place for protections of like pets and animals. There's shockingly few. You'd be surprised what you can get away with if you're like a dog owner when it comes to like
I just saw
abuse of those
that
dogs.
Germany, of all places, I don't mean that because they're mean, but just because they're known for these kinds of dogs, but they've outlawed cropping ears and tails.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for them.
It's not necessary.
Yeah.
Not necessary.
It's totally aesthetic, and it's all because we want it to look that way.
Totally. Yeah.
No purpose to it, nothing like that. And, obviously, what do we expect, though, in a state that doesn't protect animals? We protect the puppy mills over the animals. And it's not just dogs. I mean, obviously, we're known as a puppy mill state. We're one of the biggest puppy mill states in the country because our laws suck. Because we don't want to put in the time to take cruelty out of the picture.
What a thing to be known for.
I mean, it sucks.
I mean, Missouri already struggles.
I mean, how hard is it to just enforce some of those things?
Yeah. Want to talk about Lombardo, Rach?
Yes, Lombardo Homes has 2 brand new opportunities in St. Charles County. If you're looking for space, check out South Point Estates. These are expansive 3+ acre home sites. But if you don't need that much room, maybe you're downsizing, maybe you're, getting your first starter home. Crooked Creek at Cottleville Trails features stylish new townhomes from the high 300s with access to incredible amenities that make Cottleville Trails one of the area's most sought-after communities. Visit lombardohomes.com to learn about these exciting new communities and all of the communities they have in Missouri.
Yeah. Speaking of blowing up, Cottleville's blowing up like peas and guinea pigs. It is just like everything. Everyone wants to be there and all these restaurants and shops opening up. And the townhomes in the high 300s, great for people buying their first home and great for people frankly, like me, like my age, empty nesters and go, you know what? Let's have a nice place with less work. I know the people there. I've known them since day one. Great folks. Go to lombardohomes.com.
Imagine every time your business makes a sale. Inventory updates, an invoice is created, customer records are updated, accounting stays current. That's the power of Odoo. One fully integrated platform where every part of your business works together, automating tasks, eliminating extra steps, and saving you valuable time. Everything connects. Everything works. Try Odoo free at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
not yet. But both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty. A common question I receive is, how is the market right now? It just seems so volatile. Hi, I'm Christina Straight, owner of Straight Realty. If you want to buy or sell but feel overwhelmed by the whiplash of the market, then let's talk. With over 23 years as a broker, I have the exact experience you need to help you navigate this tricky market. Call me at 314-441-4444. 314-441 all fours. And remember, why pay more than two?
Commissions are not regulated and are negotiable. Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri.
In the Palm Beaches, we are truly in a league of our own with an unbeatable collection of year-round sports on display. Take a swing at tennis or pickleball, or get a front row seat to polo, baseball, and everything in between. Then, find out why we're called Florida's golf capital, with more than 145 beautifully manicured sun-soaked courses perfect for pros and beginners. When it comes to sports destinations, there's no competition. Curate your vacation at thepalmbeaches.com.
Proudly serving St. Louis for over 100 years. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX. Great music today, brought to you by Razor.
Thanks.
We're a good team. We cover the generations pretty well.
Yeah.
We had a complaint yesterday from someone who said, I want more diversity in your bumper music. And I was like, shut up. But no, like, I was curious what they meant by more diversity.
Well, yesterday I was kind of playing a lot of like solid gold DGS classics.
For me,
like a lot of Journey. You know, we do get in ruts from time to time, of course.
Sure.
But we play a lot of different stuff.
Yeah. That comment made me so mad.
Why?
It's like, don't... if you're going to complain to us, formulate an actual complaint. The bumper music is something that we play to go in and out of the segment.
That's a good point. It's
and
only
we play
10
it
seconds
for
here and there, yeah.
about 10 to 15 seconds at most.
Well, and also it was weird to say it on the stream because we don't play the music over the stream.
Oh, that's a good
We
point.
also
Yeah,
don't
that's a good
play the
point.
music on the stream.
He's like, this music sucks. I can't even hear it. Can't play something better.
It's the silent song.
Yeah, it screwed me up. One of our regulars said, yeah, we can't hear the music. We just hear Dave breathing. So I guess like the music's playing and then Rach turns the mics on and the music's still playing and I'm just being a human.
Yeah. And like you wouldn't hear that on the radio because there's music playing over it and that drowns it out.
Let's play cut one here. I think you're going to get the question as well from Greta Van Susteren. But if not, this is a debate where Darlene Graham, who is the sister of Lindsey Graham, who took his seat in the Senate, during a debate, and she asked about China and Taiwan and the South China Sea. And I'm curious whether you think that Darlene Graham's answer is disqualifying, just get the hell out of here, or is it refreshingly honest?
Senator, are Taiwan and the South China Sea national security issues for the United States? If so, why?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Are Taiwan and the South China Sea national security issues for the United States, and if so, why or how?
I'm just going to be honest here. I'm not on national security. I'm not that informed on national security, but I do support the military. My brother was in the Air Force for 33 years, so I will do everything I can to support the military. My dad was in the Army.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to be a senator. You got to come up with something. And it is interesting because she's trying to replace her brother, who was such a hawk when it came to foreign policy. Like that was I feel like when he was out and about talking about stuff, that was the main thing that he was zeroed in on. So yeah, I mean, I know in the past I was like, of course she's allowed to run for Senate. Anyone is, and that's true. But you should be able to answer that question.
Yeah. Are you not prepping? Do you not know the things like, oh, yeah, my brother was big on this? I mean, this is the stupidity of this idea that someone should step in just because they're related to the person that passed away. This is stupid. If she had run on her own platform, had her own ideas and all of that separately, fine. No worries. But you're just being plugged in because you have the last name in the same state, and that's what they think will get you elected. It's stupid.
I do think she
is unqualified.
I think she made herself look a lot worse rather than just going like, I'm still learning about all that. I've got a lot to learn, but I feel like I've got a grasp on certain things thus far. She said, well, my brother knew all about this stuff, and I love the troops. And it's like, well,
also,
I'm sorry, but your brother's not with us anymore.
You also don't get to claim someone else's service as a benefit to you, right? If your father served, if your brother served, you can have a great affinity for the military. But that doesn't attach to you just because your relatives or friends or anyone else did the actual duty.
Yeah.
You don't get to be attached to that. You could admire it. You can raise money to help veterans and to help soldiers. You can be an active person that supports the military, but you don't get credit for what someone else did.
Yeah.
Just because you share a last name. It's insane.
Allow me to tell you guys about my friend Dr. Matt Bays, and I get asked about Matt a lot by my friends, as you can imagine. But guys my age have aches and pains and things like that, and strains and pulls. and asking about whether this is something Dr. Bays can do. The answer is yes, absolutely it is. And it's not like Matt is a clearinghouse for other doctors, but just know that if you are injured or you're having chronic pain, whatever it happens to be, and you reach out to Dr. Bays and it's not something that he does, he will get you to the right doctor. For example, if it's a surgery, he'll probably get you to Dr. Corey Stolman. But he is a great alternative to going to an emergency department because you're going to get right in. You're going to be seen by an expert in sports medicine and injuries. You're going to be treated. You can also be treated with regenerative medicine, which are the stem cell injections. I'm going in the next couple of weeks to watch him do a few more and speak to a few patients. Give him a call, 636-735-3003. Just remember Bays, B-A-Y-E-S, BaysSportsMed.com.
We don't just cover St. Louis. We share it. That's why the stories you hear every morning aren't just headlines. They're about your neighborhood.
Ferguson's police chief took the stand in day one of
your roads.
Westbound 270 North County just had some volume on
your Cardinals.
Riley O'Brien strikes out the side in the 9th inning.
Your community.
I'm Tom Ackerman.
This is Debbie Monterey. I'm Megan Lynch.
Total Information AM. Weekdays on KMOX.
Transform your home in one weekend and save big money at Menards. Menards carries Purdy paintbrushes, roller covers, prep tools, pails, kits, and more to help you get the job done right. Purdy brushes have been handcrafted in the USA for over 100 years and are the #1 brand preferred by professionals. Save big on Purdy painting tools now at Menards and get your painting project started today.
Save big money at Menards.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
The northwest flow is going to be the dominant player over the next couple of days. We'll call it mostly cloudy going through the afternoon. How about 84? We can deal with that. A weak secondary cool front comes by tonight. Partly to mostly cloudy, 68, but nothing more than a spot thunderstorm. Thursday, delightful. Partly sunny and nice, 83, 67 Thursday night. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, partly to mostly sunny skies and about 87 each day. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
It's time for a $98 AC tune-up.
Honey, I found the one.
Oh, I thought I was the one.
Oh, you are, but this one's certified, background check, shows up on time, and can install all the ceiling fans.
Heating, cooling, electrical, and plumbing. Trusted pros who do it right.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Right now, inflation is squeezing your budget. Global events are shaking markets overnight, and if you're close to retirement, you don't get unlimited do-overs. This isn't the time to just hope it works out. That's why Steve Ault and the All Financial Group are hosting a complimentary educational seminar on August 27th and September 1st at Twisted Tree. Find out if your retirement strategy can survive today's economy, rising costs, market volatility, political uncertainty, and the questions most people avoid, like could you outlive your money? When should you file for Social Security? Is your 401k carrying too much risk? This event is complimentary and you must qualify to attend. Call 636-230-8824 or visit yourmoneymattersstl.com. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions. All Financial Group is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency.
Today, the Cards, the Reds,
Cameron Total Access 445. First pitch 540.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Happy Wednesday to you. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit of a weird day. 11:40 game. Is that odd? Is that not odd, Wheels?
It's not odd on an East Coast because it's
Okay.
12:40 Eastern. There are a lot of 12:40 starts, like if Central Time would be it, you know.
I'm so stupid
Don't talk about yourself like that.
Eastern geography.
Oh.
Like, I know the basics. I know that, like, Oregon's not next to Connecticut. But, like, Cincinnati to me is just like, oh, it's right by Chicago. It's just right, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
So.
Just above Kentucky.
So, anyway, we'll probably go on sometime around 3 p.m. Somewhere
Something.
around there. Wheels, tell me about your genius idea for Gen Xers when they retire.
Okay, so it may not go exactly the way that I saw it presented, but I think it's still a brilliant idea. The way it was presented was for all of us in Gen X when it's time to retire, they should just take all of these shopping malls and make those old folks' homes and then build in all the old mall stuff.
Hell yeah.
Arcades, Orange Julius, you know, you eat at the food court every day. I would be there in a minute, take all of my money.
Yeah. I love that.
Don't you think it'd be, I mean, like, and so let's be real. A lot of these places are going to be torn down, you know, before we get to the point in 15, 20 years where that's going to be a common thing, but build them. Build them like that.
I could
seriously
go full circle and get kicked out of Spencer's Gifts a lot again.
Yes, have a Spencer's Gifts. Like, you know, you don't have to, you can buy things there if you want to, or you can just do what you did when you were a kid and just look at everything. You can have the food courts. You can have Annie's pretzels, and you can have the Orange Julius and all that. Come on. I mean, record stores.
Wait, you live there too?
Yes. You live in the mall.
If the stores are there, how are you going to have room to live?
No, you have, like, the malls are huge, man.
So you only open like a select.
Yes,
amount of
exactly right. You don't
stores.
open the whole mall, but maybe just like the arcade and the food court and a movie theater. And how else can you encourage movement more than have people that can? I mean, that's what people do at the mall, right? You get the morning mall walkers.
Yep.
So now you don't have to do anything. You just leave your room in the morning. You can walk on down. You take the escalator or the elevator, and you just go do stuff like you did when you were 12.
Then you let in a certain number of teenagers per day just to scream at.
You give them all like $5. You're like, hey, these people, they're just going to yell at you, and you just have to deal with it.
I remember the first time I went on the Alton Bell back when it used to sail, and I remember saying, this is what they should do for boomers.
Yeah.
Is like that idea, just put them on a casino boat.
They are doing that. There are people that are retiring on cruise ships and just living on cruise ships.
Well, I'm talking about people who have like memory loss.
Oh, I see.
Because that way they can gamble.
Yeah.
And never lose any of their money. Right?
Smart.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I think that's these are all great ideas. Take the things that the generations grew up with.
Yeah.
And that's where you get to retire. I think that's a great idea.
What would it be for you guys so far?
I guess just put us all back on MySpace.
Yeah. I mean, I'd take a shopping mall. I could live at the store.
You know, you have like, some of the malls, there's a hotel attached at the end. Okay, instead of a hotel, it's an apartment building. And it's got its own access to the mall. You just walk in there, and you got all this stuff going on.
Do you get to buy stuff?
Sure, why not?
What if you want to live at the store?
Well,
what if you prefer that?
I'm sure there's...
And you could work there.
You could work at that place, yes.
Andrew's living in the
And we-
display
and
bed
we
at
don't
JCPenney.
He's just like, I'm just going to sleep in the clothes rack.
Yeah.
No commute. This is awesome.
These jackets
Yeah, I
are
work
really
from home.
nice.
Yeah,
I work from home.
I work from home.
I would be in a heartbeat.
I live over in Housewares.
Andrew works in the hammock store.
I'm going to turn 70. I'm going to be like, yep, just move me right into the mall.
I like it. I don't mind it at all.
Play a little Pac-Man, a little Zaxxon. Get those 80s games in there. Let's go. Donkey Kong. Not going to be bored there.
Man, I feel like I was working at the mall right when the mall started to die. You know?
Yeah.
It was like right when it was like this isn't getting any better.
Yeah, it peaked like 2 weeks before you showed up.
Well,
Yeah,
there were
it feels like
definitely
you closed the
times-
door behind you for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely days where it was like bustling, busy, but then I graduated high school in 2009, so the economy was not doing awesome.
No, it wasn't.
And then more and more people started to buy stuff online, and now you go to. I used to work at Alton Square Mall. Now I go back, and there's not very
It's
many
rough.
stores, and there's not very many people.
But
there.
what if there were like 500 retirees living there, and you can?
He's not letting it go.
I'm not. This is a
Maybe.
great idea. If I had money, I would make it myself.
Man, I really did grow up in such a great time because I hit the malls right at their peak.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I worked at one in high school in the late 80s. It was just peak mall time. It was pretty great. Working at the old Sears. Had the cookie factory right across the hallway. It was great.
Sears was the worst store I was willing to go to as a kid.
As a kid, it's lame.
Like you can play on the riding lawnmowers.
Little bit, yeah.
They might have a couple ball gloves.
Yeah, the plastic ones.
Yeah.
the garbage ones you'd never want.
Sometimes they had a candy counter.
Occasionally, yeah, but it was all like
yes, old people candy.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're like, can I get candy? You look at it and go, I don't want any of that.
Do you have any Snickers bars? No, but we have butterscotches people have sucked on already. Okay. What's the mall now? Is the Galleria still going? Is it West County?
I don't know.
Galleria's still going.
Yeah. I haven't been to a mall in a long time.
I feel like last time I went to West County, it was pretty busy, but it was also around Christmas. But yeah, people still shop at the Galleria for sure.
Remember when I thought that they were doing massages under the escalator? And I was in. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
We went to the Chesterfield Mall before they demolished it to go to the movies and to go to Cheesecake Factory. But that was about it. And they had turned the food court. At that time, the food court was actually then now a pickleball arena.
Huh.
Yep.
Speaking of, I forgot what you're speaking of that made me think this, but Chris's South is open today. Today's the grand opening. And it is right there in Ronnie's Plaza where TGI Fridays used to be. Andrew and I went yesterday. It's great. You're going to love it. So for all you South Countyans, now you can go to Chris's right there by Ronnie's Plaza.
Chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles.
That's what I had.
Looks like they're open daily from 6:30 to 2 p.m.
We both had waffles.
Mm-hmm. I have been craving a waffle.
Me too.
Oof, that was nice.
Waffles are great.
Scratch that itch.
They can be everything.
So it's not weird to eat a waffle by itself.
No.
Oh, goodness,
although it's
no.
better with some bacon or sausage or something. Or chicken.
Mm.
We should make waffles here.
Wow, let's do that.
Yeah.
I'll toss some Eggos in the toaster.
You know what else I miss? Chinese buffets. I grew up in a Chinese buffet time.
They don't exist anymore?
I mean,
There's still some.
There's still some. There's two in the Alton area.
Huh.
There's Joy Luck. I just drove past Joy Luck the other day, and
we
I guess
really
that's
need to go.
Brentwood.
Yeah, we really need to go.
There's Hokkaido in South County, real close to the new Chris's location.
Unaware.
Yeah, they're still out there.
Yeah, I knew that they were open. It just sort of like stopped going during COVID.
Right, right.
You know, just kind of got out of the habit.
Yep.
Man, I used to be able to do some damage. I know. My Lord.
Yeah. Used to get your money's worth. Now it's like, maybe it's just not worth it.
And it was such a stupid fat guy point of pride.
Oh,
they
blow it
They
up.
lost money on me today. It's like, oh, okay. Okay. Nice brag.
Yeah. That was us at the Sizzler back in the day.
Dude.
They had a food bar. Oh, my God. It was so good.
If you're going to do your retirement mall idea, they have to have like a Bonanza or a Ponderosa.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
What is a Sizzler?
It's a Ponderosa.
Yeah. Is it a more upscale?
It was probably a little lower level.
It's a great name.
But it was good because they always had the cheap things. They had the food bar, and they always have like coupons that you'd get in the mail, and you'd be like, $9.99 for a steak dinner. All right. Granted, that was, 30 years ago when I was getting those $9.99 things.
Right. Hey, it'll work on me.
Oh, it was great, man. It was phenomenal. It was a great place to go as a college athlete because you just eat and eat and eat.
It has been 240 days since Congress told the DOJ they had to release the Epstein files. 240 days.
And that wasn't just like saying it and saying, hey, guys, you got to do this.
Statute.
That was passing a law.
It's a law.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing the game they play?
Yeah, they're just not going to do anything.
They know us so well, and they're right.
Mm-hmm.
There is, I'm sure, mathematics to it. Here's how long they'll be pissed. Here's how long it'll take them to get over it.
We'll give them 2 new distractions.
Here's how long it'll take them to forget about it. You know they have that down to an art.
We'll start a war.
So they just keep doing it over and over again.
And then once there's a war, that's all anybody's talking about anymore is that. Which, understandable because it's expensive and people are dying and it's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, taking advantage of the American people's general fatigue over
amen.
Like life. I mean, these people are they're awful people. They're evil.
Yes.
They're manipulating it. Like, I don't feel bad about it. Like, we let them off their necks. We shouldn't have done. It's like, no, we all have to live our lives.
Yeah.
As normal. We can keep looking back and keep checking, but like,
okay.
It's not on us to every day be like, you got to do what you're legally obligated to do. They are the ones manipulating the system and breaking the law.
Excellent point. To that point, you look back at the Founding Fathers in 1776 and the Constitution. They set this system up. Do you think that we have just absolutely bastardized it because we are just worse people than they were? Or is this just the system? There's just no way it wasn't. We're human, and humans are going to manipulate, and you have a system that's manipulatable by
but they're
design.
not doing something legal right now. They were supposed to release the entirety of the files, and they haven't. They're breaking the law.
Yes.
So they're not. It's not the system.
To a degree, it is because the people that should enforce it won't.
But that's
this is because Congress, because it's controlled by the same party as the president, Congress will not enforce the law that they put into place.
That's people within the system failing their duty.
It's a breaking of the system.
Yeah, that's what we all need to keep in mind is they are not doing the right thing. They are going against what they are legally obligated to do.
Yeah.
It's very messed up.
No, it's similar to the rant I go on a lot about people like the government's the problem. No, it's not. Politicians are the problem. The government is just a structure. It's just a way to get things done, and whatever is good or bad about it is about the people in there.
Dave Hines says the system requires integrity, and that's why it's not working. I agree with that.
Yep.
And it's just so terrible that with such high aspirations that this country had, and at least temporarily, we're in this place where the government is now functioning primarily to gaslight us and use us.
Yeah, I think part of the, one of the things, like the structures put into place were super well thought out, and they worked for a very long time. They were also put into place at a time when there were only about 2.5, 3 million people living in the country.
Yeah.
Well, when now you're up to 350 million, everything becomes exponentially more difficult the bigger you get.
I guess we're easier to fool the more of us that there are.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys about Mike at Michael's Baths. This one is just one of those no-brainers. And not all of my clients are. That's not to say that I don't believe in all of my clients and I don't think that they're the best one at what they do. It's just that for some of my categories, like, oh, yeah, you got some pretty good competition there. With Mike, it's a hands-down kind of deal because you have competition like Bath Fitter, 3-Day Kitchen and Bath, and some others that compare to what Mike does. But Mike has completely taken that and outflanked them embarrassingly so. So he does what they do, but he does it with better products. His products are all made in the USA. Theirs are not. They have a lot of turnover, as you might imagine, like, oh, this guy's going to be here Tuesday, and then he quit. Mike recruits and trains all of his people to do the bathroom remodels his way, the right way. And for all of this increased quality, he's 30 to 50% less expensive than the aforementioned competitors. If you are a disabled veteran, you can get this bathroom remodel for no money out of your pocket, and Mike can walk you through how to do that. He does them all the time. 636-775-0800 or michaelsbaz.com.
James Beard award-winning chef Kevin Nashin announces the Clydesdale, a Clark Avenue Tavern at Ballpark Village, opening August 27th. KMOX is excited for this highly anticipated American tavern, rooted in familiar favorites, elevated through refined technique and premium ingredients. Reservations for the Clydesdale are now open. Book your table and experience a fresh take on tavern dining on one of the most iconic streets in Major League Baseball. For details and reservations, visit stlballparkvillage.com.
Tired of your phone bill constantly going up? Stop the madness with Boost Mobile. Get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month. No contracts, no catches. And that $25 price is locked in forever. Switch to Boost Mobile today.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Cause shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
I'm fixing to tell you something that the insurance industry does not want you to ever hear. Bullies often delay and deny. I see them sitting on premiums paid and making money and dragging it out for as long as they can. Many times, we're forced to take them to court. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Their high-paid lobbyists are on a mission to make sure that at trial, jurors are not allowed to learn that the at-fault party has insurance, and in some cases, lots of it. I can think of no case in all my years where there was no insurance for the at-fault party. So let's fight back. It's all these bullies understand. Tell everybody you know the truth. If you've been injured in a car crash or hurt at a store or business, visit forthepeople.com. We're here 24/7. It's that easy. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
It's 1:51. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
And Doug.
Hot dog! Get your hot dog!
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
not yet. But both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS. Coming up after the top of the hour break, we have Jim Epstein, who is the owner of Clearly Better Scents. We became aware of these guys when we found out that they did the scents for like the 4 seasons. We had them in. They brought us some scents. I ran out of the scents. I'm like, get them back in. So they're going to be on nothing like a good local company.
Yeah, it's cool.
That doesn't move to Massachusetts when they get successful. Rach, tell me about the $77 you spent on tennis.
Okay, I had been thinking of getting a subscription to the tennis channel for a long time, and then they had like a sale for $77 for the whole year.
All right.
So I signed up, and now I can watch like every match.
It's like MLB with us.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm watching it every night. Like right now, the Cincinnati Open's going on, so I get home from work. I'm like, who's playing tonight?
Money well
I'm
spent.
I feel like I'm 100% more immersed in it than I was 3 weeks ago before I got the subscription.
Yeah,
I'm loving it. It's so fun. Sports are fun.
So
it's fun to watch the people play.
Kurt kind of got you into tennis, right?
Yeah.
Does he ever these days go, hey, you might want to settle
I would
down a
say,
little?
I mean, when it comes to like actual like play and technique, I think he still knows more. Like he could.
Are you more into it though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know who's playing, I know who's winning, I know people's ranks, I know a lot about like the personal lives of especially WTA. I love watching the women play, and
Yeah.
I follow a lot of them on Instagram, and I'm always looking at Reddit and seeing
Wasn't there
what's
just
going
a
on.
story about one of the big male tennis players?
Yeah, Nick Kyrgios just tested positive for cocaine.
Oh,
so
ouch.
I think he's actually going to go to rehab for the next 28 days, but he is obviously suspended right now. He's at the end of his career anyway.
Yeah.
And he's always been very undisciplined is probably a generous way of putting it. But I think has like missed matches and made matches very terrible for himself by like partying until 3 o'clock in the morning the night before.
Yeah.
So, he's had some issues with that. The general like word on the message boards and stuff is like, oh, my jaw remained firmly in place.
Yeah.
Like I am not shocked by this. I actually got to see him at DC. I got to see him practice for a little bit.
That's cool.
Which was neat. Yeah.
Do you think that he should be suspended for cocaine use?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's not like a performance-enhancing drug.
Yeah, but they're not supposed to be using it.
Do you guys think that Tony Romo should lose his job, which it seems like he's going to?
So what did he do again? I keep seeing like
he was charged with a DUI. He refused to blow, so we won't know.
Okay.
But he'll,
They didn't do a blood test or anything at that point?
No, not to my knowledge, no. But see, I tend to think, kind of a conspiratorian here, but I tend to think CBS was kind of done with him. He had kind of ran his course as a broadcaster, took a lot of crap, and so maybe they're like, oh, done, yeah, perfect.
I mean, kind of tying it into my question earlier, I do think that drunk driving is a much bigger deal than like somebody using cocaine recreationally. I think that's like a way bigger problem. You're way more likely
to hurt other people.
If you're driving around drunk versus just like, you and your friends.
Well, and the other thing, there's never an excuse to drink and drive, but I'm going to assume Tony Romo has tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah. 400 million.
So what did you say yesterday, Dave? If you had a ton of money, you would have your own driver to take you to and from the Cardinals game. Like, these guys can afford to be driven anywhere at any time.
Yeah.
You're making a really selfish choice.
Yep.
Especially when you have, all of these resources at your disposal. You're still making the wrong choice to drive yourself.
I told this story before, but when Bulger and I first became friends, was not too long after we moved out to Darden Prairie, and we had a big housewarming party, and he came, and he came in a limo because he lived in Huntley, and I was, giving him like, oh, look, Mr. Big Time, and he goes, yeah, he's like, I can spend $300 in this limo, or I can lose $5 million next year,
right?
From getting a DUI, and then he goes, and so could you, and I was like, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, the big difference in these two cases between the tennis player and Tony Romo is that in the sport, they have very clearly defined rules, what's okay and what's not. And when you're a broadcaster, it's not quite so clearly laid out.
True. Tell you guys about Bethesda, and I always tell you about Michelle, and I will tell you again about Michelle. She's been an executive at Bethesda for 31 years, and she's also a wonderful person, really, really beautiful heart. And she would be happy to get on the phone with you or to meet you, and not just to sell you on Bethesda. Of course, we hope you choose Bethesda, but to help you to navigate these really choppy waters of elder care. But I will just give you my personal vouch. I've told you the story before that when my mom fell on opening day 2024, then she had to have a rod put in her femur, even though she was 96 years old. And when I was at the rehab in Clayton, they handed me a piece of paper that had about 20 facilities and a star rating, and Bethesda was on the front of the first page. And I said, okay, I guess we'll go there. And got super, super lucky because they cared for my mom wonderfully. She was at Dilworth, which is a skilled nursing facility and memory care and hospice. And I've been all around these places now. I've been to the independent living apartments. I've been to assisted living. I'm a part of the hospice team. And they're just wonderful people and wonderful facilities. So when you find yourself in that position, go to BethesdaHealth.org, click on the Contact Us button, introduce yourself, and ask if you could have a conversation with Michelle.
If you're listening to KMOX, I bet you're a baseball fan. So if you've got a feeling about who's going to hit a home run today, don't just sit on it. FanDuel wants you to call your shot with daily dingers. All you have to do is make your pick on who's hitting a home run. And if you're right, you get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a shot at bigger winnings. Now, when your favorite slugger hits that walk-off, you're going to feel like a winner, too. Daily Dingers on FanDuel, free to play, and you can lock in a pick every day of the MLB season. That's why FanDuel is the home for home runs. So are you ready to play your game? Check out Daily Dingers at FanDuel.com/Missouri. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Big hits can mean bigger winnings on FanDuel, an official partner of MLB. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Brew, and I feel like everything in my life depends on being connected. Whether I'm uploading a video, hopping on a call before my show, or video chatting with my family back in Michigan, I never have to think about my Wi-Fi. And that's why Xfinity stands out. You get the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, you can get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity, imagine that.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis, KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky downtown at the Arch. Right now, 83 degrees. Another Navy ship is experiencing operational issues. The USS Benfold, a Navy destroyer, lost power in the South China Sea. The power failure led to the collapse of the ship's water system, and crews didn't have working toilets, potable water, or air conditioning for 4 days. ABC News contributor and former Defense Department official Mick Mulroy says the Benfold is one of many, like the USS Abraham Lincoln, that is engaging in longer than normal deployments.
A lot of these ships are going past their deployment schedule, and they set these schedules based on maintenance. So the longer they're out to sea, no matter how good the captain and crew are, they're still going to face significant maintenance over time. That's why they are designed to return to their home port and be refurbished and the maintenance done on them prior to going back out on another mission.
President Trump met with North Korea's Kim Jong-un 3 times during his first term, including 2 summits. Now he's saying he'll do it again. ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers.
President Trump said Wednesday he'll meet with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un this year, but he wouldn't say if he's been exchanging letters with him.
But I get along with him. And you know what? The fact that I get along with him, that's a good thing.
North Korea has sent troops to fight alongside the Russians in Ukraine and has supplied Iran with missile technology. The president Sunday announced he was directing Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to substantially reduce joint U.S.-South Korea military exercises, saying they were, quote, inappropriate and hostile toward North Korea. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
A pitch to bring drone delivery to the Maplewood Walmart is meeting fierce resistance from neighbors. Representatives from Wing Aviation told city leaders last night their aircraft hovered 25 feet in the air to drop off small essentials in under 15 minutes. But residents living along the proposed flight paths don't want to be forced to listen to constant overhead buzzing. Samuel McIntyre pointed out to the room that app-based delivery already exists on the ground.
I live right down the street over on Laclede. Fire trucks go by all the time. It's real obnoxious. But they're fire trucks. They're important. This isn't important. And it's, no matter how you cut it, it's going to come down to some level of nuisance.
A St. Louis County councilman says people are getting killed asking for money along county roads. Mike Archer's solicitation ban passed the council last night.
We've had people in my district get hurt and injured and killed when they have tried to solicit on the roadways.
The Reverend Larry Rice runs shelters for the homeless and says the county already has a way to handle anybody who feels threatened.
If you're going to see this kind of action, for example, aggressive behavior of some type, you can presently call the police. It'll be addressed.
Rice notes that St. Louis County still has no walk-in shelter like downtown was. The bill goes to the county executive for his signature or veto. Steve Savard has just started as the new anchor at Channel 5, replacing the retired Mike Bush. So the DGS on KMOX asked him to skip ahead, way ahead, to his own last night on the air someday and what he'd want viewers to remember.
I want people to say 2 things about me. I was professional and I was prepared.
You know, this is such a subjective business that you can't control how everybody perceives you. But the two things you can't control about your performance are you a professional? And unfortunately, this is as immodest as I'll get about Steve Savard. Fortunately, I'm appreciative that I get that compliment a lot.
Savard came over after 27 years at another St. Louis station. Mike Bush signed off last Thursday after 41 years. The Dow from Stiefel is up 81 points to 53,425. They've cleared the crash on 70 West at 9th Street and the roadwork on 44 West at Elm. There's a new stalled vehicle, 6440 East at Research Park Circle. That's got the right lane and shoulder closed there.
The northwest flow is going to be the dominant player over the next couple of days. We'll call it mostly cloudy going through the afternoon. How about 84? We can deal with that. Weak secondary cool front comes by tonight. Partly to mostly cloudy, 68, but nothing more than a spot thunderstorm. Thursday, delightful. Partly sunny and nice, 83, 67 Thursday night. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, partly to mostly sunny skies and about 87 each day. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Spas and More. Right now, clouds and 83 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Cam Jansen here. Don't miss the hot tub and swim spa blowout sale this weekend at the St. Charles Convention Center in the South Hall. Over 30 American-made units on display, immediate delivery, and financing available. For more info, call 1-800-SPA-SALE.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. A few minutes past 2 p.m. Happy Wednesday to you. Jim Epstein is my guest in studio. Kennedy is along with him. Jim is the owner of Clearly Better Sense. And I'm just fascinated by what you guys do. And I think it's a great story. And it's a great business story. It's a great human story. It's a great physical senses story. So welcome to DGS. Nice to see you.
So glad to be here.
Yeah.
Really exciting. Love your show. So thanks for having us.
Yeah, very welcome. So we're going to talk about the company and how it came about and what you guys do and so forth. You do Sense. But right now you're working on the BMW Championship, which is in town this weekend, right?
Yes.
What are you doing for them?
Well, we sent the merchandise tent and some of the VIP tents. And this came about because when they were here at Bellerive for the PGA Championship some years ago, the guys organizing the tournament stayed at the Four Seasons Hotel, and we sent the lobby of the Four Seasons Hotel and the spa there. And so they called us and said, we want to send the merchandise tent, and which was terrific. So we did. We came up with a specific scent for the PGA, and they told us after that event, 35,000 square foot merchandise tent, that they had sold 35% more merchandise at that PGA event than they'd ever sold at any other PGA event. And we understand why that is, because you ever been in a place where it smells bad and you can't wait to get out of there?
Sure.
Okay, so you can't get out quick enough. But if this place smells really nice, what happens is your brain does this thing where it underestimates how long you've been there. It's called the linger longer effect. And so in retail, the longer somebody is, like you and I go into the hardware store, the longer we're in there, we're just coming out with more stuff, right? So what happens is people underestimate how long they've been in a space, and in retail, that turns into more sales. And that contributed to that happening. And as a result of that, then we sent all the PGAs, we sent the Ryder Cup, and all kinds of other venues. We sent casinos, we sent the Four Seasons, the Ritz-Carlton, a bunch of Hilton hotels, that sort of thing. And it's such a fun business because it's really a happy thing that everybody is happy when someplace smells good.
Yeah.
And so we do the business-to-business side of our business where we're helping retailers and med spas and hospitals and other places. So you're going to the oral surgeon. No one wants to do that, right? We can scent the lobby of the oral surgeon's operation so that people are less anxious, because scent, if you have little kids, you put lavender baby lotion on them to calm them down. Scents really impact emotion.
So I am eaten up with anxiety and OCD and ADHD. What scent should I be using at home so that I'm less anxious?
Well, lavender really works for everybody. It's not just babies. Lavender, we have a number of variations on that theme. Like sort of spicy citrus will energize you. Soft vanillas and lavenders and things like that will actually calm you down. And so some of it is cultural, but it's just scent bypasses your frontal cortex in your brain and goes right to the memory center, which again, like we were just saying, you bake cookies when you're trying to sell your house because people will have a visceral, emotional response to that scent that's subtle, unless it's a terrible scent, and then it's not subtle. But if people smell something that's comforting and good, like lavender or vanilla or what have you, if you're anxious, it will actually calm you down, and without you thinking about it.
Yeah.
It will just make that environment comfortable for you.
So I've always wondered, like, when celebrities, Johnny Depp has Sauvage. Well, he didn't make it, right? But I'm sure at some point he went into a company not unlike yours. And
exactly right. We were talking before we were on air. Elizabeth Taylor created White Diamonds fragrance, which is an older fragrance, but it's very well known. And she worked with a guy, French guy named Rene, whose last name I can't pronounce. We worked with him as well to create our fragrance. But he would tell the story of how White Diamonds was created. He was sitting at Elizabeth Taylor's kitchen table, and she was running and getting this out of the cupboard and that out of the cupboard and figuring out what she liked so that the fragrance would be a reflection of her personality and what her choices were. And so we worked with Renee, and we were at Johnny Depp, worked with the fragrance guys who are kind of like the brewmaster, the people who create the taste inside of the brewery or the distillery, that have a really highly tuned scent ability. And so we work with the folks from these huge and some boutique kind of scent companies that are the raw material makers. And scents will have, I guarantee you that Johnny Depp's Sauvage has probably got 200 different components inside of that scent. And it's an art to blend those things. And so we work with those kinds of impresarios, people who are really outstanding at that.
And it's so interesting to me. I'm a cologne guy. I've since I was a little kid taking baths and dumping English leather into my bath.
Yeah.
So,
high karate.
High karate, yeah.
Right.
But I've always found it so fascinating because all of us are like this, but certainly myself, if I go to Macy's or something on Christmas and I'm, smelling this and I'm smelling that, it's an immediate yes or no.
Right.
There are very few scents, at least me personally, where I'm like, it's like an immediate yes or no. And I always think about the human or humans whose brain and hands developed that, and just how impressive that is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's like anything else. When you get one that's really going to work, you know it. Like, oh, this is going to be.
It's artistry.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No question about it. And the impact is immediate, and sometimes it's subtle and sometimes not. For example, we sent literally every cruise ship, and we got there in the cruise ships because of using chemical technology to eliminate cigarette smoke in the casinos, and then expanded that into the lobby areas and that sort of thing. One of the complaints that people have when they go on a Caribbean cruise over the holidays, they might have Christmas trees and Christmas music, but somehow it still doesn't quite feel like Christmas. But when you add the scent of the holiday, like cinnamon and fir and pine and that sort of stuff, like a Christmas tree, all of a sudden people feel like it's the holiday season.
Yeah.
So because scent is this fundamental, it's part of your limbic system, the memory center of your brain. It's how babies and mothers bond and things like that. So yeah, when you scent a place that fits that spot, you have this sense of calm and like everything is right in that spot.
We're talking with Jim with Clearly Better Scents, local company, which I love. Yeah, Jim, you're talking about how this is like a way for babies and mothers to connect. It's obviously something that's very primal. But have you found that some people have like a better nose than others? Like they're picking up on some. Is it kind of like a palate that you can develop?
Absolutely, and we do signature scents where we create scents that are specifically designed to meet a particular. Like the CEO of the company wants his brand to have this scent, we will work with them to create something that is evocative of what the character or flavor of that company actually is. And so,
maybe you could make a signature scent for me that leaned on citrus, wood, and deep regret.
we can actually reverse that one for sure.
I would love that.
Instead of regret, we'll have delight.
I'm going to assume some of these people get really picky. Like, because scent is so personal. There's so many times I'll go into Sephora or whatever, and I'm smelling the different perfumes, and I'm like, I love this, but I don't love it for me. And I feel like people identify so much with what they choose. And
on perfumes that go on the body, there's an interplay with your own body oils and your own flora and fauna that's on your skin. And so people spritz it on there and smell it immediately. And that's different than how it's going to smell after it's interacted with your own body chemistry.
So for humans and for spaces, how do you know when enough scent is enough scent? Like I always heard you shouldn't smell a man's cologne until you're shaking hands with him.
Yes. Well, and it will dissipate over time. So if you spritz yourself and then you step in the elevator, everybody's going to know you just did that. And some of it is personal preference. Some people have a more scent forward thing as part of how they dress and how they look and how their grooming is.
Yeah.
So it really varies by person to person.
Now, these infusers that you brought along, tell us about those.
So, we brought you a candle, and what we brought you is the scent Fresh Blue, which is the one that was one of the ones that we worked with Renee, who did Elizabeth Taylor's scenting with. And it is a sort of a unisex. There are definitely things that are more feminine and more masculine.
Yeah.
This appeals to both men and women, the Fresh Blue scent. And so it works great at the PGA. It works great at the doctor's office, and it works great in the lobby of a hotel because it gives people this sense that they're in a really well curated environment.
Yeah. So if there are business owners out there listening, but they're not the size of the Four Seasons or cruise companies, can they avail themselves of
Absolutely. Even the smallest little retail shop can do that. And we brought you some scent diffusers to either take home or set up around the studio or the offices here. But most certainly what we find is in retail, like if you do a retail store, we can work through the HVAC system in the store, or we have little portable diffusers and the way these things work is they take a droplet of the scent oil and burst it into nanoparticles that are sort of lighter than air, and they'll float. Sometimes you can see the stuff floating, the dust motes floating in the sunbeam. They're that light, and so it takes very, very few parts per million. I mean, if you douse yourself, or somebody else, it can be overpowering. It takes very little scent to make that impact. And so, yes, small businesses, and we do signature scents like the Ritz-Carlton in Cleveland. The general manager there had been in Israel, and there was a cosmetic that she loved for like Dead Sea salts or something like that. And she gave us the lotion and said, can you guys do this lotion or do the scent from this lotion? And it took us a couple of months back and forth, but we did. And that scent is now called Cleveland Blossom because it was made for the Cleveland Ritz-Carlton. And it was one of those things that she had a huge emotional connection to because of where she had formerly been at the Ritz-Carlton in Tel Aviv or wherever it was.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
Very cool business. It's cool that you're in St. Louis and now people know about it and can.
It's true, and it was, and we got into the scent business because of our work with Method Home. So Method Home is the leading green cleaning products
We've
brand.
all got it.
We're the intel inside behind that.
Very cool.
Today they're owned by SC Johnson, but when we first started, and before it was sold to SC Johnson, Methods, the cleaning product brands were all sort of stuck in the June Cleaver era and under the kitchen sink and so forth. And the idea with Method was to delight the customer so much that people would want to leave it out on the kitchen counter like it was a cool factor. And when we were at the early days of Method, we got featured on the Jerry Seinfeld's kitchen, in the Friends kitchen, because the packaging was so cool. Well, the scent of those products was so compelling and that we created that we thought, how can we expand this and look at the scent business? And it was at the same time as some of these diffuser technologies were coming out. So we really morphed, and we're still in the chemical business, which is really the main business that our company is. People don't know, we're 300,000 square foot manufacturing plant in the Grove, making products that everybody's got in their home. And
if you guys are interested, go to Clearly Better. Wait, am I getting that right?
Clearlybetter.com.
Clearlybetter.com for guys leaving out the sins. Clearlybetter.com. Thanks for coming in. Come in anytime.
We'll
Let's
absolutely
do a project together.
Okay, we would love to, because I know that you're interested in things, people with dementia and that kind of thing.
Yes.
And scent can be really impactful in these memory care locations where you can help have people feel more calm or more energized. So let's work on a project where we can do some good.
Love it.
That would be
Okay, thank
great.
you guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
On Reddit, true crime doesn't come from journalists. It comes from the victims, the witnesses, and sometimes the suspects themselves.
Every Tuesday on Crimes of Reddit, we read these posts out loud.
I'm Sabrina Dianaroga.
And I'm Alexis Linkletter. One of us brings the story, the other goes in blind, reacting in real time, just like you.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Listen to and follow Crimes of Reddit, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-738-9900. That's 800-738-9900. 800-738-9900.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey guys, it's Glover with my friend Mike at Michael's Baths. So when someone comes into your home to talk about remodeling your bathroom, wouldn't you rather talk to someone who's actually installed one? That's one of the cool things about Michael's Baths. Their experienced sales staff spent years as bathroom installers before moving into sales, so they understand the products, the installation, and what it takes to do the right job. They use premium products, provide professional installation, and their customers absolutely love the service. Call Michael's Baths at 636-775-0800 or michaelsbaths.com.
Summer is waning, sadly, I know, but you've had enough time now to really assess how your outdoor space is working. Is it working for you? You've probably noticed whether the deck is starting to buckle or splinter and needs replacing, or you'd really like a fence to separate you and your neighbor. Whatever it is in your outdoor space, it's never too late to call Chesterfield Fence and Deck, the sign you have the very best. Now, what does that mean, the sign you have the very best? Well, first of all, Chesterfield Fence and Deck has been around for 58 years, a third-generation locally owned family company. They also have an incredible reputation because they only use the best quality materials, and they have their own installation crews, which is very important because they have years of experience. And Chesterfield Fence and Deck is going to stand behind everything they do. When you mention me, Debbie Monterey, they'll also take 20% off your next outdoor project. So go with the best. It's Chesterfield Fence and Deck. You can visit them in person, or they'll come to you, or visit online now at chesterfieldfence.com.
Universal Windows Direct would love to do a bid for you guys if you're interested in doing a window or a whole house full of windows, any number in between. Right now, the deal is you buy 4 windows at regular price, which is a great price, and we're going to give you 4 windows for free, so it's 50% where I came from. We're also going to give you 48 months, same as cash, 0 interest, interest-free financing, which, you know, who cares what I think? But I've always said that's a real motivator for me. I love that. It sucks when you have to pay for something and pay for it over time and you end up paying, so much more for it. 4 years, pay them off, 0% interest, pretty great. Great people, great windows, great guarantee, very straightforward. 314-334-2522, universalwindowsdirect.com.
A century strong. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS 226. That was fun. I love little segments
really
like
fun.
that.
It's so interesting. I could have talked about that for another hour.
Same.
Because it's like, I'm looking at their website and all the different scents, and I'm like, well, how many people just blind buy these scents, or do people always order the samples first? Scent is very personal to me. I've never bought like a perfume or something online. I always have to smell it first. So I don't know. I find it very intriguing.
I think Jim and I are going to work together. Like I said, when I do my vigils, people are literally passing away, and we always have a candle, and how wonderful to have a candle that is specifically designed to help you relax.
Yeah.
And even for people, who are not actively dying, just, people with Alzheimer's, people with dementia. Jim says they've developed these scents that can help to relax people, and, so.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we'll do something together like that. It'll be good. What do we have coming up? Man, I've lost all track of what time it is.
It is almost 2:30.
Coach Darren is going to be with us. He is the former St. Louis University baseball coach and batting practice pitcher for the Cardinals. And he has a new business that helps parents and families to get their kids scholarships in college to play ball. I'm sure Wheels has a couple things to say about that. Let me tell you first about Dr. Kathy Maupin. And this is one of those things that on some random Tuesday, something's going to hit you. Either you're going to look in the mirror and your face is going to look to you old and haggard, or you're going to go on a romantic weekend to the Four Seasons and there's no romance because it's just not going to happen. Whatever your trigger is to think that your testosterone may have dropped, just go to biobalancehealth.com. Fill out a little form. They will set up a blood draw for you. That's it. And then either Dr. Maupin or Dr. Sullivan will read it. It's not one of these scams where it's like, hey, look at that. Do you need testosterone too? So did the last guy. These are medical doctors. They're going to take great care of you. It works. I've been doing it for 7 years. Right next door is BioBalance Skin, where they can help your face look as good and wrinkle-free as possible with as little pain as possible with nothing permanent. BioBalanceHealth.com.
The Cardinals' conversation doesn't end when the game does. Watch the Gas House Game, Redbird Rush Hour, Sports Open Line, and sports on a Sunday morning whenever and wherever you want. Plus, exclusive conversations with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol, president of baseball operations Chaim Bloom, players, broadcasters, and baseball insiders. Subscribe today to the KMOX Sports YouTube channel because Cardinals fans deserve a front row seat.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
The northwest flow is going to be the dominant player over the next couple of days. We'll call it mostly cloudy going through the afternoon. How about 84? We can deal with that. A weak secondary cool front comes by tonight. Partly to mostly cloudy, 68, but nothing more than a spot thunderstorm. Thursday, delightful. Partly sunny and nice, 83, 67 Thursday night. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, partly to mostly sunny skies and about 87 each day. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Brought to you by USPS Ground Advantage.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast.
Pump up the volume.
When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
All right, guys, Kevin Wheeler here. Let me tell you about Game Day Men's Health. And, of course, all you have to do to find them is go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com. What they can do for you is what they've done for me over the last year plus. Get you where you want to be, how you want to feel on a day-to-day basis. My story's pretty simple, right? Get to your mid-50s, you start to drag a little bit, legs feel heavy, workouts are harder, day-to-day, just recovery is harder. And I went in for a consultation, did a blood test, and found out pretty quickly, all right, we got a solution to that because your testosterone's low. We can get that where it needs to be. And it was pretty quick, man. It's a good turnaround. Everything, by the way, is done specifically for you. There's no just like, here's a box of 3 months supply. We'll see you in 3 months when you need more. No. It's always followed up by, detailed blood work to make sure that everything's going the way that it should and you're getting the results that you want. So in addition to being very individualized, it's also super convenient, relaxed atmosphere. They know your name. You walk in. They're ready for you when you walk in. You get out of there really quickly when you have an appointment. Everything is professional. Everything is overseen by board-certified medical professionals. And aside from the TRT treatments, you can also look at peptides if you're training for something or looking to make an improvement in some way. Medical weight loss is a great option there, and great prices on all these things because Game Day has their own pharmacy. ED treatments, too. Nothing to be embarrassed about in life when you don't feel the way you want to or you're not getting what you want. all you need to do is seek a solution. So go to GameDayMen'sHealth.com, set up your appointment, tell them Kevin Wheeler sent you, and they'll knock $50 off your first purchase and give you a free vitamin B12 shot, vitamin B12 shot as well. All you need to do, again, is set up the appointment, and you too can get back to the top of your game with Game Day Men's Health.
The best time to recommit to your gut health goals? Right now. Take charge of your gut with Nature Made. Our clinically studied ingredients support digestive health. Digestive enzymes break down nutrients. Probiotic and prebiotic fiber nourish good gut bacteria. And super greens with probiotics empower daily digestive health. Try the full lineup of gut health support from Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Today, the Cards, the Reds.
Cameron Total Access 445. First pitch 540.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX. 2:34. Happy Wednesday to you. So I met Coach Darren Hendrickson last season. Wheels, I think you knew Coach before that.
I mean, one of his sons was in our program at our age group. So, yeah, a little bit. I mean, he was busy coaching, so
sure.
I didn't get to see him very much. But
yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah. Coach was with SLU for a very long time and former Cardinals batting practice pitcher, which is that. What a great conversation starter, right? I mean, like, you're sitting in Vegas and you're like, I think I'm going to talk to this guy. You're like, guess what I used to do?
Yeah, you know what? It's been what an accidental great hobby to have for 27 years, Dave. I mean, I had more fun doing that and had the most unique access to so many things, from the home run derby to 3 World Series to the greatest players. McGuire's deal was my second year. Wow. If you think about that, how cool that was. And I was just a puppy then. And then, of course, Albert Pujols and Yachty. And I'm watching the greats, Wainwright, Carpenter. But, yeah, what a great run. I'll never take it for granted. I'm very grateful I got to do it.
Why were you so good at that?
I gave up a lot of homers, I guess, as a pitcher.
Now, you were a pitcher, though.
Yeah.
That's unnatural. Most pitchers are not good BP throwers.
It is, Wheels. You know what? It's not a normal thing, right? Catchers throw good BP usually and other people, but I just sort of always played ball against the wall, and I always could hit a target, and I was not a 95-mile-an-hour laboratory-trained pitcher in today's world. So I was pretty good at hitting the bat.
That's pretty great. I love that. Who are some of your favorite players over the years of the Cardinals that you just got to know through that?
Well, I'll tell you, everybody thinks they use the term big league and how they big league you. Those guys treated everyone that I saw. It was unbelievable through the years. And, I'll tell you what, one of the cool stories is with McGuire. His son just played for me at SLU, and he just signed with Oakland. So when you look at that full circle, we brought a lot of them back through the years to do some speaker series, first pitch dinners, things like that. So I saw a lot of the players out of the arena of baseball, away from the field. And those guys treated me great, clearly. I learned a lot. I asked a lot of questions to the goofy college coach. I was always like trying to mimic Darryl Kyle and Matt Morris's sinker at the time. I'm dating myself with some of these guys, but you guys know who I'm talking about and your listeners. But I think that, looking how it evolved through the years, learning, watching bullpens. Just accidentally at 3:30 before BP, I'd get to sit in a bullpen and watch. When you're watching guys but all the guys you watch Jeff Suppan, who he was just a normal Dave Duncan resurrect guy that stuff like that. Those guys were awesome people. Chris Duncan, the late Chris Duncan, was awesome. He was one of my very favorites. Rick Ankiel to this day has been outstanding friend, help to the program, helper to me, but just a good baseball guy. So just a name. I mean, I'm forgetting a million. But yeah, we were just talking about a story real quick of about this time in August. I was on a road trip with them. I didn't go on many, but this is one of those times where right before school started, I went on a road trip and we were in the Marlins, and it was, of course, it was 100,000 degrees, and Larissa was mad because Ankiel, Duncan, Rasmus at the time were pulling way too many balls, swinging for the fences. In BP, they were just hitting them all out, and he was getting tired of it. They're not using the whole field, that kind of stuff. So he said, "Hey, I want you to throw a simulated game today at 2:30 in the Florida heat." And I said, I'm 35 years old. I'm like, what am I going to do with these guys, right? And even if I was 25, I wouldn't have been. But you know what I mean. I was like, come on. He said, no, I'm serious. He's like, we'll mix it up. And I said, okay, I got one last hurrah in me because this is going to be it. And I'll never forget. It was just almost to the day of the time of year, and I went out and threw to that, and I get done, and Albert Pujols handed me a big fat envelope of some gratuity after the deal.
Wow.
But just good people, like they were appreciative. They saw an old aging coach.
They felt
struggling out there, but trying his butt off. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So those are my, I'm sorry, but those are my memories.
That's great.
Yeah.
How unique. That's just fantastic. Fantastic. So you have a new business, Hendrickson Baseball Advising. I can guess what that is, but why don't you tell everyone what it is?
Well, I appreciate you talking about it because it's not maybe what people think. We don't need any more people that know it all or any of that. So it's probably the opposite of that. There's a lot of bad information going on right now. There's a lot of families, kids running around with just the wrong paths to get to college. And overnight, as you may know, Dave, and your listeners certainly know, and I know Kevin knows going through the gamers, things change fast. So people need to be up to speed and educated on what's really happening out there with rosters and where they may need to go. But the landscape has changed drastically. I think people think they're probably a level above where they should be. And parents sometimes think 2, players think 1, or vice versa. That's the old running joke that's going on right now with coaches. But no, look, I've done this for 30 years. I coached at every level. I started Fonpon's program in 1995. I went to Forest Park Community College, and then I went to Central Missouri. So I've coached it everywhere but NAIA in my life, 19 years at SLU. And now I'm on the other side, and I'm coaching at CBC, helping Scott Brown. And I had people coming up to me last year, all kinds of questions. I had the SLU portal kids who were looking for advice. And when you're 55 years old, you sort of know everybody in baseball, in the Midwest especially. But when you're in the A-10, you've traveled all over. I have a real unique perspective, I think, to bring some of the umbrella around some of this. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm not here. I don't have a dog in the fight anymore. So it's kind of a fun pace for me. But my phone's blowing up. It's been wild. I can't believe it started this fast. But it's not a cattle herd roundup either. I don't take everyone. I can't help everyone, and not everyone needs me per se. So I don't want this to be like I've got all the answers, but I will say this.
Who's kind of a perfect candidate for you?
Yeah, 27, 28, 29 grads. I don't take 30s. They don't need it. I don't even know that 29's needed anymore right this second. They will eventually, but it's more about chronologically setting up your year. People were all doing wayward stuff. This is no way to take a knock at any armed care person or a club team or any of that. Everybody's doing the best they can and what they know, and some people do it better. But I think 27s and 28s right now need help because I'm telling you, just the first 6 weeks of this business has been a different story every night, but the same sort of patterns. I've tried this. I've sent this email. I've done these stats, videos, and I'm not getting any luck. So we kind of do it a little differently and look at a path differently that maybe they wouldn't have in the past. So everything's different, though. It's case by case with every family.
Yeah.
And talk about fit, because it's such a big deal. Like, as a young player, I'll just use myself as an example so I don't have to bring anybody into it. I was one of those people that thought I was better than I was. It worked out because I ended up getting somewhere because of academics, but I didn't end up playing very much. When you talk about fit, especially now with NIL, the bigger the school, the more likely in the portal they want seasoned veteran players more than freshmen, even if you're an elite freshman. How do you navigate that now, especially since you got to do this and see what the NIL and portal stuff is like?
Well, I'll tell you straight up, I have a client list of 30 right now already, which is insane because that was my calendar mark for the year. But it's been 6 weeks. So I have a JUCO kid and I had a 6-figure NIL deal that we did. But I'm not an advisor. I'm an agent. I don't want to be that. So I don't want people to be misled thinking I can do their broker. I don't want any part of that. My point is I have had a little bit of everything here with the fits. The problem I see, Kevin, is I tell families, get 5 boxes written down. If you can check 3.5 in today's world, or 3 of those 5, you're probably going to. The problem is people try to check all 5. Costs, academics, playing time, facilities, conference, geography, you name it, right?
Yeah.
And everybody that checks those boxes is trying to get to a spot that, hey, I can. This is a good school for me. Well, then you got to look at the school's roster. And you also have right now, you have a school that's on, you go to their roster, you look at the internet, 14 seniors. Oh, they're going to graduate a lot of players. 12 of those guys have another year next year.
Yeah.
With the new DSA tag and the 5-for-5 rule. And that's the piece that people are not grasping, and they don't hear that because they think, I did everything right. I played for X, Y, and Z club. I went to this showcase. I did this. My metrics are this. They're good. They're signing this kid. Sometimes it's just a math problem. It's not a you problem.
Right.
And that's the thing that parents need to hear because I think they feel they did something wrong. They're behind. They failed. So I'm trying to calm everything down, bring some stress, not go to every prospect camp in America where they don't have a fit for you or a roster spot right now. That's the other piece. I'm not here to put anyone out of business at all. There's a spot for everyone, and we just have to, but how you navigate it's the hard part.
Yeah. Because we see this a lot, Dave. I'm not sure how aware you are of it, but for people that are listening, if your kids, this is true for more than baseball, but we're talking baseball here.
Right.
You can have, I've known personally kids I coached, kids that came through our program, elite players who signed with elite schools. And then all of a sudden, last second, we filled that spot with a transfer. So now you've got another way to go. And the path can be a little cloudier. I mean, this, Darren, it's a pretty good time to be someone that can help because I don't know that it's been this confusing in a long time.
Well, I'll tell you what struck this business up was that very thing. So it's a great segue into what I was going to say. But we had a player at CBC, a ridiculously good player. Normal years, he's a draft out of high school.
Right.
Okay. Now, the condensed draft to 20 rounds has certainly changed all that. But he was released on June 25th, heading to campus this fall. And this is a good player. Of course, I'm not going to, but the point of this is when that started happening, I said, that's going to trickle down to everyone else. And the dominoes just started falling, like you said. So it's going to be everyone. It needs, they need to hear what's really happening. This is not your dad's recruiting. That's my motto of this business. I hear dad say to me all the time, well, I went to this and did this. Well, that's great, but that's gone way by the wayside.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's hard. And again, look, it's hard to blame coaches, right? Because you're literally hired and fired to win. So you're going to do what you need to do to make sure your roster is competitive to the level. If you're Tennessee, you need to be Tennessee. Or someone else is going to get the chance to be that coach at Tennessee.
Well, if you look at it now, but everything is JUCO when you start from now on. Everything is JUCO. Like you start at D2, D3, that's okay. That's okay. And coaches are embracing that. So if you start at a Maryville or an UMSL or, I'm using the local programs here, and you put up numbers, a coach is going to say, that guy's a seasoned junior. He's got 200 or 400 at-bats. I want to take him. Yeah. And that's a good path.
That is Coach Darren Hendrickson Baseball Advising. Coach, how do people get in touch with you?
Well, my website is CoachDarren.com. It's DARIN, because there's a lot of ways to spell my name, but CoachDarren.com. And then, you can always, there's an email there that you can reach out to me. But, I'm here for people that need it. I'm not here for everybody, and it's going to be a fun ride, but interesting times.
Cool, man. Good to see you again.
Thank you guys so much.
You're very welcome.
It's 2:47. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
The 3-2 pitch with the runner going a swing.
Ready to elevate your game? Join the MBA Sportscasters Forum on Tuesday, September 15th in St. Louis. Learn from Cardinals beat reporters, broadcasters, and Hall of Famer John Rooney as they break down play-by-play, reporting, interviewing, and covering the game. Then cap off the day with the Cardinals versus Giants at Busch Stadium. Step into the booth. Sharpen your skills. Go to KMOX.com/events for details and registration.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
That'll be 5452.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting a $10 bonus on groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, we already earned enough this morning to pay for some extra treats you can bring to school this week.
Wait, so the app pays for snacks?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
With Upside, you can earn cash back on your everyday essentials and back-to-school favorites. The free app also gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code SCHOOL10 to get a $10 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code SCHOOL10 to get a $10 bonus. Remember, use promo code SCHOOL10.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
And Doug.
Hot dog, get your hot dog.
Customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like your method. Direct, to the point. A little loud, but...
Listen, people don't buy car insurance the same way they do hot dogs.
Not yet, but both are customizable.
Popcorn! Get your popcorn!
Hey, this is a hot dog area.
And customize and save area. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
So you guys know my theory that not just some people who are really good at something, I mean, there's a reason they call it idiot savant, right? Like can have some holes in not have every tool in the toolkit. I'm the poster child for that. I'm so incredibly uneven. And if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur and you think you've hit upon the next Amazon, or you're just really great at making this product or providing this service, doesn't necessarily mean that you're great at the financial side. Maybe great at bringing in the revenue, but what do you do with the revenue? How do you allocate it? What do how much do you spend on getting to the next level? How much do you invest in this or that? Maybe you're interested in backing off. You've been doing this for 30 years. It's time for your kids to take over. Or you're going to sell it outright and you're going to move to the Caribbean, whatever it is. John Moriarty at E3 Wealth, this is exactly what he does. He is a next level business coach and business financial planner. Super nice guy. I've known him for probably 25 years now, so I completely vouch for him as a guy and a practitioner. Easy to talk to. Just go to e3wealth.com.
Taking care of yourself should fit into your life, not complicated. Neovitin Original Formula is a complete daily multivitamin designed to support your everyday wellness routine with essential vitamins, minerals, and a natural ingredient blend, all in just 2 daily tablets. Subscribe online at neovitin.com for monthly delivery or shop Neovitin at your local Schnucks and Dearborn. Neovitin Original Formula is physician formulated to fit easily into your everyday routine. All of our vitamins are manufactured in a certified GMP facility in the USA. Neovitin, make nutrition easy.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Happy Wednesday. We should be on the air 3 p.m.-ish tomorrow. The baseball game is at 11:40, so pregame will be at 10:45. and then we will join you a little bit later in the afternoon.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wheeler's out there trying to become a part of Coach Darren's company.
I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah.
I think he's accepted a position.
I think he's found his purpose. That's pretty great. Yeah, tired day, right?
It's when the sun doesn't come out at all.
I know.
It makes you a little sleepy.
Yeah.
I had a rough time this morning. I was hearing you guys talking about it and stuff, and I didn't jump in, but I was thinking the same thing. Like whenever I wake up and like it's dark outside from the clouds or the rain or whatever, it's just so hard to get out of bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you guys seen the story about cars randomly bursting into flames while they are simply parked outside?
Only on the sheet, and I was very curious
Is
about
this a St. Louis thing, or it's
It's all over the place, and this is according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. So over the last several months, certain Jeep Gladiators, Jeep Wranglers, Kia Tellurides, and BMW 530e X-Drives, drivers of these cars have been warned to park their vehicles away from other cars and away from buildings because their car could ignite. And they're called park outside recalls. And the reason this is happening is because these newer cars are being built with so much like machinery and technology inside that when you park your car, it's having a harder and harder time cooling down quick enough. And then I guess that can sometimes lead your car to just erupt into flames.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's kind of scary, kind of weird. And I just thought that was kind of interesting because Wheels, who is not here, and I were talking the other day about like I like my car and everything, but I wish it didn't have a touchscreen. I miss like the old school. Yeah, I miss the buttons because if I'm trying to change the radio station or something, it's just less convenient to use the touchscreen. Especially like I have a 2016 Trax, so it's not necessarily like the highest tech touchscreen out there, so it freezes a lot. And it's just clunky. I'm like, I wish I had a physical button I could just push a preset.
You say that, Rach. I have been looking for one of my favorite cars. It was one of my mom and dad's cars. They gave me when I went to law school. 1979 Monte Carlo Landau, white with red crushed velvet interior. I loved it, and I found it, and I was just looking at it because I'm a nerd. And they had a great shot of the dash. And it all came back. I mean, this has been like 40 years or so, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I still remember what it felt like to move that button or to do this or to do that.
And how long did they have that car?
Oh, yeah.
Like probably a long period of time.
Yes.
There's so much stuff that we have these days of like, it's just more disposable. You go through stuff quicker. It's not made to last as much.
And a normal guy could fix a car.
Right.
And
now there's so many computers in the car, but no, it's true, and that's why these cars are exploding. There's just so much, and I guess the circuits in the car remain hot. They don't cool down, and that's what can cause this combustion. So.
Crazy. Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts, and what I want to tell you about this month is Mosby has realized that they are missing out on a lot of remodeling jobs because we out here in Radio Land think of them as being too big. That's Mosby. They're only going to work in Ladue and Clayton and some parts of Kirkwood. That's not true at all. They're all over the St. Louis metropolitan area, both sides of the river. They're not interested in anything under $50,000. Completely not true. They only do whole house remodeling. Not true at all. We can do any single room in your house. We can do one thing outside for you. It doesn't have to be big and comprehensive and expensive. But whatever it is, even if it's the closet in your extra bedroom, it's going to have that Mosby touch of quality. Reach out to them at mosbybuildingarts.com.
FanDuel is giving new customers up to $1,000 in bet resets. New customers place a $5 bet each day and receive up to $200 in bet resets, up to $1,000 total. And with baseball every day, always another game and another matchup to get in on. Whether you're betting money lines, player props, or same-game parlays, FanDuel has you covered. Place your daily $5 bet and unlock up to $1,000 in bet resets. FanDuel.com/sports. BetRivers.com/Missouri. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Minimum $5 wager required for 5 consecutive days. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bet reset tokens. Refund from token issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max refund $200 per day. Restrictions apply, including token expiration. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Today we're constantly taking photos and videos to remember our favorite moments. But what about those captured before the smartphone? What about the memories tucked away on aging VHS tapes, film reels, or in fading photos?
These cherished memories are fading away with time, vulnerable to threats like heat, moisture, and mold. But fear not, there's a solution to safeguard your legacy. Hi, I'm Adam.
And I'm Nick. Together we founded Legacy Box over a decade ago with one mission, to bring your memories into the 21st century.
It's time to bid farewell to old tapes you can't watch and faded photos. Legacy Box transforms them into digital treasures, ready to share with a click.
Just like magic, your shoebox of memories is now safely stored in the cloud or on a thumb drive.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box, so you can rest assured your priceless moments are in good hands.
Don't let your childhood fade away on old tapes. It's time to digitize those priceless moments.
Fast forward into the digital age. Visit legacybox.com/radio. That's legacybox.com/radio.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Lendseek.
Apple is reportedly limiting how many security bugs can be submitted at one time by third-party researchers after the Financial Times reported that the iPhone maker was recently overwhelmed by a deluge of AI-generated reports that identified vulnerabilities that were not real. In addition to cyber defense, Apple and other companies are facing higher costs as they separate genuine threats from AI-generated noise. I'm Jason Brooks.
Back to school season is here, and Dollar General has everything you need to start the school year strong. Don't forget to grab a pair of bright yellow sunglasses from the Yellow Glasses Project for just $2. Every purchase makes a difference, with 100% of proceeds helping support teachers, classrooms, and nonprofit organizations working to improve reading and literacy skills across the country. Stop by Dollar General today and shine bright with the Yellow Glasses Project, available now at Dollar General. The Yellow Glasses Project is a program of the Dollar General Literacy Foundation.
Coming up in hour 3 of the Dave Glover Show, we're going to talk to our friend Ryan Wiggins. We'll also get the forecast from Dave Murray. I might do a couple of headlines and, our usual shenanigans. If you miss any part of the show, don't forget you can always podcast the Dave Glover Show by searching for the DGS anywhere you get your podcasts.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis, KMOX FM Hazelwood, the voice of St. Louis.
At 3 o'clock, it is a cloudy sky downtown at the Arch. Right now, 83 degrees. State education leaders got a look at Missouri's latest MAP test scores during a meeting in Jefferson City. DESE Director of Assessment Sean Bates says the results show steady progress.
We saw overall increases in all 4 content areas. Another great year for our students in math. We are showing improvement. It was our first assessment or our first content area when we came out of COVID that was actually showing improvement.
MAP tests measure how well Missouri students are meeting state learning standards in subjects including English, math, science, and government. This year's results showed 6th grade math proficiency rising nearly 3 percentage points. Now a KMOX follow-up on the big Walmart drone presentation at Maplewood City Hall last night. Executives pitching the delivery base claimed their battery-powered craft only hit about 62 decibels while lowering packages into a yard, comparing it to the sound of a delivery truck idling at the curb. But neighbors not buying that math. Resident Jason Charney.
The drones are a lot louder than they claim to be. If you were inside here the last hour, you might have heard a sound outside. That is cicadas. Cicadas have a decibel sound of about 90 to 100 decibels. And this is like having a cicada sitting over your house,
Charney told the executives he owns a decibel meter and promised he would be bringing it to any future outdoor demonstrations the company holds for the city. No decision was made last night.
Go! Follow!
St. Louis County Police have released body cam video showing an officer firing 11 shots into a car of teenagers after an unruly Spanish Lake pool party last month. After teens began shooting fireworks at police, footage shows an officer smashing a vehicle's window. As the car drove away, a second officer opened fire, wounding 2 teens. Both officers remain on administrative assignment while internal investigations continue. The St. Louis County Council passed a panhandling ban last night. The vote was 6-1 to prohibit aggressive solicitation and to bar people from asking drivers for money in traffic at bus stops, near ATMs, and after dark. Homeless advocate, the Reverend Larry Rice, was the only speaker against it.
Now, the surface of the bill looks very good. Of course, all of us are against aggressive solicitation or against individuals endangering the lives of others. But the fact of the matter is that I believe this bill will only make things worse for some of the most vulnerable people in our community.
The bill's sponsor, Councilman Mike Archer of Oakville, says critics have it backwards.
One of the things that the opponents of this bill have failed to realize, and I think have just basically ignored, is the fact that this is for the safety of the homeless population as well.
It now goes to County Executive Page for his signature or veto. Aerospace manufacturing, one of the few sectors of the St. Louis region that is clearly growing. This week, it gets a global summit. KMOX asked Mary Lamy of Bi-State Development where the region actually stands on landing more factories and more jobs.
Right now, we are experiencing about $5 billion in investment on planned projects over the next 5 to 10 years by our airports, by Boeing, by Gulfstream, by Westar Aviation, and based on that investment, those efforts are creating over 1,000 new jobs.
But Lamy says you can have the innovation and you can build the infrastructure, but without a workforce pipeline, none of it holds up. Let's get an update on the St. Louis Business Index. We take it to Stiefel and Scott Bedell. Scott.
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. Some good news on the battle against cancer, plus a decline in long-term interest rates helped to propel major stock indexes higher. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 119 points, or just about 0.2% at 53,463. The S&P 500 also advancing 0.2% to 7,708, while NASDAQ was higher by 41 points to finish at 26,331. The Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index, however, going the other direction, losing 1.25% at 1,730. There were some local winners on the day. Anheuser-Busch gained 0.9% at $78.13. Caleres jumped 6.33% at $13.74. On the downside, Stiefel Financial slipped 1.2% at $82.72. Post Holdings gave up 1.25% at $78.85, while Esco Technologies fell 5%. They finish at $290.77. This has been Scott Bedell from Stiefel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, we invite you to explore our website at stiefel.com.
Our latest cool front is sinking off to the south and to the east, but still hanging a lot of clouds behind the front. We'll call it mostly cloudy on this Wednesday afternoon, but nice temperatures, 84. Tonight, maybe a spot thunderstorm, a weak secondary cool front coming by, partly to mostly cloudy skies, 68. Thursday looks great, partly sunny, nice, comfortable humidity, great temperatures, 83 degrees, 67 and clear Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, sunshine and upper 80s. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Weather is sponsored by Chesterfield Fence and Deck, your premier provider of fences, decks, patios, sunrooms, and more. Call them for a free estimate today, now offering 20% off your next outdoor project. Chesterfield Fence and Deck, chesterfieldfence.com. Cloudy sky downtown at the Arch, it's 83 degrees. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Few minutes after 3 p.m. Ryan Wiggins is here from down the hall, 97.1 FM Talk, the Annie Fry Show. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
You were complimenting his shirt, his jersey.
Well, it's a good color on Wiggins, but it's
Thank
also
you.
just like a nice vintage looking, comfy looking
I
shirt.
appreciate that you said that about my appearance because I've been very self-conscious today, and I'm encouraging people to view your stream in this way because I'm wearing a brand new hat. And if you ever wear brand new shoes, you want to step in puddles and get them muddy because they just look gaudy. And that's the way this hat looks today.
Too white.
It
It is.
quite crisp
Thank
white.
you very much for confirming my greatest fear of walking
You
around.
should really
in
be
public
thinking
today.
about that all day.
Everyone's looking
I
at
have
you
been.
saying, who does that guy think he is?
Yeah, like new hat.
His hat is way too new.
I know. And I do give off that impression.
Yeah, you're already combating
you think
perfection.
way too highly
Yeah.
of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have kind of a strut,
Yeah.
if you know me.
When you walk through, people are like, has he no flaws?
Right.
Even his hat is crisp and white.
It's
the Wiggins curse.
It's a little much. It's a little
What's
much.
the logo on the hat?
I think it's just a golf brand. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
There's a brand that whenever I see it, I try it on because I think also, this is really vulnerable for me, so I apologize
up.
for coming in hot like this. But I think I have a little bit of a strange shaped head. And this brand has figured out the shape of my head pretty well. Because every time I put it on, I'm like, oh, Travis Matthews figured me out.
There you go.
I was just it is nice when you feel seen like that, but a lot of times it's like the Cracker Barrel brand of like perfect tank top or something. It's like,
Yes.
well, am I just only going to get my shirts from here from now on?
What shape head do you believe you have?
I don't know. It's too much of it.
Okay.
There's just too much head. And so I like covering it up.
Where your head's supposed to stop.
Yeah.
There's
it
just more
keeps
head.
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there's too much mass
I
up
gotcha.
on top of my head. But I tell you what, silver lining, it's made my shoulders very strong.
He's over here describing himself like he's Tweety Bird, which is not what you look like.
Thank you.
Hey, Wheeler's hitting on you.
I think so.
Well,
Yeah.
I think so.
Gotta pick your spots,
In the
Dave.
break, he was showing me some baseball things.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah.
Okay, so
All the guys were naked.
That's how you know he likes you.
That's not a bat.
I got Travis Matthews mixed up with Dan Flashes from I Think You Should Leave for a second. That's why I laughed so hard.
Can I tell you something? I know exactly what you're talking about. And my buddy for my birthday or something, which is weird because like your friends don't get you birthday gifts when you're 43. But he got me a gift and he goes, you have to open that. And I opened it and it was the Dan Flashes shirt.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you can walk around in public and most people have no clue. They just think you're wearing a stupid looking shirt. But if you've seen the show, people are like, we're friends now.
That's great.
Yeah.
I have a friend named Chris who's like a little older than me. So like he was, he had more life to live before, this TV show that everyone watched came along. And his wardrobe is basically all Dan Flash's super complicated shirts that he has had since he was like 20. So he's had them for like 30 years.
Did it ruin it for him?
And but he's not crazy about the sketch such as it is because he's like, no, this is like these are normal to wear. You can wear these. I'm like, no, they look ridiculous.
Yeah, for anyone out there that has not seen Tim Robinson's I Think You Should Leave on Netflix, you need to watch it. Like I feel like if there is a new person in my life in any capacity, I could say, let's watch a sketch.
Uh-huh.
And if they're like, I don't get it, I'm like, okay, this is not.
But the thing is, even if you're listening right now and you have no clue what this is, and you watch it and you hate it, you will have a reaction to it.
Oh yeah,
it's not a show that you can just
No.
kind of put on.
It was boring.
You will either love this show
Yeah.
and want to tell everybody just like we are right now,
Yeah.
or you'll go, I am angry that this exists.
Well, I love the sketch comedy show. I like the Detroiters. I can't watch The Chair Company, which is his movie.
Really?
I've yet to finish it because
Friendship is the movie.
Yes.
The Cheer Company
Yes,
is
and they're
the
similar.
show.
Thank you. Friendship. And I couldn't finish The Chair Company either. My gag reflex on cringe is much lower than I thought it was.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
that okay? Is that because cringe has moved or have you moved?
It's a great question.
Are things cringe? Do you have to go further with cringe comedy than you used to?
It is, there's nothing that Tim Robinson does. I apologize to people out there who don't know who he is because this is irrelevant to you. But there is nothing that Tim Robinson does in any given sketch that I'm like, I can't watch this. But it's the accumulation of it over a entire movie.
Because it's over. With the sketch, it's like low stakes.
I'll tell you what, with both of those, though, because the Chair Company and Friendship, they do mirror each other very much. He's in a marriage, and you're watching him destroy it by the stupidest means possible. And so in that sense, I really do understand what you're saying, because I'm cringing the whole time going, dude, don't do this. Every mistake he makes.
Yeah. Interestingly, so did anyone watch the first episode of Lanterns?
No.
On HBO Max. It's a new Green Lantern show.
Okay.
And I realized that I was too big of a nerd when I was a kid, and now I'm not big enough of a nerd because I'm trying to watch this show, and it was fine. But then I'm on TikTok and people are like, well, what you don't understand is it's canonical that Zippo, the first Green, and I'm just like, do I need... I hate that I have to know so much to just enjoy a show these days.
I don't think that's you. I think that's the information age that we live in, that it allows people to go down those rabbit holes in ways you could not do 15 years ago even. And so you almost... And the programmers know it. So they have to write all that stuff in there for those people to freak out, because those people do freak out, and then more people read about it and they watch it. It's all kind of a circular marketing strategy.
Yeah. I love Carl Middleman, but he and his people have ruined entertainment to a great degree.
Yeah, you're referring to a 97.1 producer or former producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that, man, I do respect it in some ways, though, because it is a hobby that you have to invest in. And once you do,
and it's like,
okay.
It's really no different than Wheeler knowing everything about baseball.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, very much so. There's a movie right now that I've been almost like preaching the gospel for, because it's one of those that you can't watch it and not react to it. And if I say it and you guys have already seen it, I apologize, but it's called Back Rooms.
I've not seen it yet.
It is hot right now. I mean,
yeah. I'm very familiar with it.
It's enough so that the streamers, I think, are trying to buy it because everybody wants to watch it.
Yeah.
But they're not selling because people are buying the movie. You know, you're paying $20 to watch the movie on Amazon.
I was afraid it would give me bad dreams.
It will.
Okay. Perfect.
It's real screwed up in a way that, you know, every horror movie tries to be more screwed up than the last one. This one is like watching a fever dream cartoon. It's not a cartoon, but it's real life. But it's like you entered in real life into a cartoon.
Yeah.
And it's like you were experiencing a real life dream as you watch it. And yeah, it messes with you.
So Wheeler has baseball. What do you guys have that you can talk the most authoritatively on? Can be anything. Like for me, it's probably the Beatles and Bigfoot. Those are the two topics that if you want to know something about, you know, the Beatles or Bigfoot, talk to Dave.
Oh, gosh. I can't believe that this is coming up now, because it's kind of a private hobby that I don't really do anything with anybody about. And I don't talk about it because nobody's interested in it.
You don't have to clear your browser history, right?
No.
Taxidermy.
Yeah, Bobcat taxidermy. It's just the neatest. I have a running list, and have for now over 10 years, of every movie or TV show or even some books, and I list them. And the pages it's like 40 pages long now of a summary of each one that I've ever seen that is a last person on earth movie or scene in a show.
Describe. I'm confused by the last part.
Okay. So anytime you have either a plot that's very much driven by, a person wakes up and everybody's gone.
Yes.
I love those.
Okay.
I love them for some reason. They really strike me no matter what.
Yeah.
And so if there's a movie based on that, I'm going to watch it.
Oh.
But if there's even a scene in a movie where a person's walking through an empty city or a place where there should be a lot of people and there's just nobody, I'm fascinated by that.
I'm fascinated by you being fascinated by that. Is it a fear of yours?
No, there's something about it was when I was a teenager. I think I saw the old Charlton Heston movie called The Omega Man, and there was something about the beginning of that movie that just captivated me.
Yeah.
Because this dude was alone.
Driving
he just
whatever
gets
car
into
he
a car,
wanted.
drives around. And really, if you go back and watch it now, it's the first 10 minutes of the movie that's like that. And then all these like mutant people show up and you're like, oh, this is just like funk music and people with afros now. Like there's no sci-fi to it much anymore. He's just fighting people.
Those guys scared the hell out of me as a kid.
But man, was that movie, it just grabbed me. And there was something about it that made me seek out other movies like it. And then it became kind of an obsession.
That is very interesting.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
And I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I've got such a huge compilation of these things that have existed. And I'll go back and I mean deep dive.
Yeah.
I found movies from the silent era that had that theme to them and stuff. And I'll write about them. And I'm like, do I do a book? I don't know.
Do a book called Hello, Is Anyone Here?
Ooh.
Take that for free.
I will. And if I publish
and make it a pop-up book.
Yeah, if I publish it, it'll be real
and put
short.
me in it and make me real buff.
It's just going to be pictures of you that I took covertly.
The Last Man on Earth. And Dave's there, too. Last Man on Earth and his friend Dave.
It's about movies about the last man on Earth, but a bunch of pictures of this radio host from St. Louis.
Dave thought this one was too scary.
A lot of great Twilight Zones with that.
And a lot of Twilight Zone is on that list, but I was almost going to say that Twilight Zone is actually in that wheelhouse for me. I can do a lot of Twilight Zone trivia, but I know this topic better, partially because there's nobody else doing it.
Great, how
That's
about you?
mine.
Well, I if you don't mind, I would like to stick with the Last Man on Earth conversation for a second. So, Dave, you actually were the one who told me I needed to read The Stand by Stephen King, and I love that book because it's there's a super flu, wipes everybody out, and then it's like all of these characters who still exist, their lives are so different than they were prior to this happening. And I think that's for me, that's why I'm drawn to that kind of stuff too, is like, this is a whole new playing field. Like,
who do you become?
Exactly. Yeah. You're not going to be the same person you were when society was, normal.
Yeah.
So like, how does that grow? How does that change? How do you reinvent yourself? So I really like that stuff too. And then Joel Bradley in the chat is asking if you are a fan of The Last Man on Earth with Will Forte. That was a Fox show.
Oh yeah, that's definitely on the list. It was a good show too. I don't think it quite ended well.
Yeah,
but
it kind of petered out, but I really enjoyed it, especially like the first season when it's just a handful of folks.
And a little bit tidbit here is that all of the movies and TV shows like that are best at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then they start having to introduce other conflicts and usually more characters, and you're like, becomes kind of predictable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's that first experience that I think is what captivates me. What would you do if you could just do anything? Everything still exists. And for the first month or so, you got all the food you ever want, you don't have to think about all that yet. But there's just nobody around. What do you do?
Yeah.
That is entertaining.
Did you like Pluribus?
I loved it. And I know a lot of people got about halfway through that show and said that they just thought it got boring, but I did not.
He said,
Wheeler.
Dude. Every episode, nothing happens.
It's kind of true.
And it's her just doing the same thing over and over. How many times are you going to freak out about the same thing?
I mean, come on. That's what women do sometimes.
It's just not a good
it's
TV
called
show.
having a hobby.
You love realism, Kevin. It's unrealistic to only, if you're the last person in the world, to only freak out about it once.
I'm not going to freak out again because I freaked out yesterday.
You know what? I actually have already been upset about this, so there's no point worrying about this anymore.
Every episode. I woke up. Oh, yeah, things are still weird. I should do something about that. Nah, I'm just going to sit around the house and drink.
Yep, that's how it would go.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Claire Haver, a board-certified OBGYN and menopause specialist. My new podcast, Unpaused, is the place for bold, unfiltered conversations about what it really takes for women to thrive in the second half of life. Every week, I sit down with medical experts, cultural icons, and powerhouse women to talk about what really matters. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Listen to and follow Unpaused with me, Dr. Mary Claire Haver, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
So personally, I wish that there was a Michael's Flooring type of business for every single business. As you guys, if you listen to the show, you know, because I say it in my live endorsements all the time, I don't like talking to salespeople. I don't like being sold. I have walked away from many different transactions where I wanted the thing. I want the motorcycle. I want the drum set, whatever. But the sales process just turns me off. With Mike, it's so absolutely perfect for someone like me. And if you're like me, you're going to appreciate it. You go to one of the 3 Michaels locations, you know what you're looking for. You know whether it's hardwood or it's wall-to-wall carpeting or an area rug. You let them know what you're looking for. They will tell you very politely, professionally, simply, concisely, here's what we have. Based on what you're telling me, here's what I would recommend. But if you want to save a little money, you can go this way. If you don't mind spending an extra $300, you can go that way, and that's going to be top of the line. And then if you say okay, let us think about it. We're going to go have lunch. We'll call you in a couple of days. No one's going to hound you. No one's going to follow you out to the parking lot. They're not even going to call you. They trust you that when you're ready to buy, you're going to buy. And if they push you into it, you may end up being sideways with them because I don't think people regret purchases that they got pushed into. We know that. That's why we treat you with respect. MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on the DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
Lose weight or stop smoking with hypnosis guaranteed or your money back only $59.99. Hypnosis Thursday, September 17th, Radisson Hotel, Fairview Heights. Weight loss 5:30 p.m. Stop smoking hypnosis 8 p.m. Or Saturday, September 19th, Holiday Inn Creve Coeur. Weight loss 11 a.m. Stop smoking hypnosis 2 p.m. Register at markpatrickseminars.com.
100 years of service and still at your service. KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Wednesday to you. Ryan Wiggins hanging out with us. I have something on my poison pen notebook today for the show, and it's probably the most Wiggins thought I've had in a long time. But I realized over this past weekend, the banjo used to play such a bigger role in my life as a kid.
Yeah, Wiggins family talks about this all the time.
You couldn't watch a show without someone playing a banjo.
Wait, really?
Yes. It was a thing like in the 70s.
Oh, well, first of all, you had Laugh-In.
Laugh-In.
Yeehaw. Or Hee-Haw.
Hee-Haw. Steve Martin.
Yeehaw.
Cartoons.
Yeah, Steve Martin always playing a banjo.
Everyone was playing a banjo. Now you see
Deliverance.
Nary a banjo. The accordion's also disappeared.
I'm not sure. Okay, I'll admit that would be a Wiggins style thought.
Yes.
I've never thought that before.
No. It's just weird in a Wiggins kind of way.
Yeah, I guess so. What is it nostalgic for you then to hear a banjo. I love banjos, but
do you?
They're a novelty though. It's not like part of life.
No, I put people can get so mad at me when I say this. I put banjos in the same category as the symphony. They're really fun for like a minute and a half, and then you're like, I've had enough.
Okay, so you don't like going to see symphonies?
It's been a long time.
Do you ever listen to them?
God, no.
Okay. Okay.
No.
I really genuinely thought you were going to say I would put banjos in the same category as mandolins, because that would make sense to me and something that I would agree with. But I would not put them in the same category as symphonies.
Yeah, there's something that a little bit goes a long way.
Completely disagree.
Like, I can't imagine listening to a banjo album. Like, wait till you get to the 7th song. That's when it really kicks in.
No, that's not true, because if you listen to, and there's a very specific genre here of, I think they call the CDs Pickin' On Whoever, Pickin' On Green Day, Pickin' On Soundgarden. And it'll be a bluegrass band that covers all of that band's songs in a bluegrass style.
But that's cheating.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like, it's still got banjo, and I'm still liking it.
It's not just banjo music. I'm talking about people who write for the banjo.
Oh, you're talking about a truly hour-long banjo CD.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We don't just cover St. Louis, we share it. That's why the stories you hear every morning aren't just headlines. They're about your neighborhood,
Ferguson's police chief took the stand in day one of
your roads,
Westbound 270 North County just had some volume on
your Cardinals,
Riley O'Brien strikes out the side in the 9th inning.
your community.
I'm Tom Ackerman.
This is Debbie Monterey. I'm Megan Lynch.
Total Information AM, weekdays on KMOX.
St. Louis isn't just where we play, it's who we are. When the Cardinals take on the Pirates on Friday, August 28th, fans 21 and older can take home an exclusive City Connect quarter zip pullover presented by Budweiser. Inspired by the city we love, this new addition to the City Connect collection is the perfect way to show off your Cardinals pride. Available in medium and extra large while supplies last. Get your tickets now at cardinals.com/promotions.
This is Alec Burleson. Get your tickets now at cardinals.com.
The hottest accessory at Busch Stadium this season is yours on Saturday, August 29th, when the Cardinals host the Pirates. That day, fans will take home a stylish, stadium-approved Cardinals purse, courtesy of Edward Jones. From the ballpark to brunch, this is the on-the-go purse you'll be reaching for all season long. And there's only one place to get it, at Busch Stadium on August 29th. Get your tickets now at cardinals.com/promotion.
If you're listening to KMOX, I bet you're a baseball fan. So if you've got a feeling about who's going to hit a home run today, don't just sit on it. FanDuel wants you to call your shot with daily dingers. All you have to do is make your pick on who's hitting a home run. And if you're right, you get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a shot at bigger winnings. Now, when your favorite slugger hits that walk-off, you're going to feel like a winner, too. Daily Dingers on FanDuel, free to play, and you can lock in a pick every day of the MLB season. That's why FanDuel is the home for home runs. So are you ready to play your game? Check out Daily Dingers at FanDuel.com/Missouri. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Big hits can mean bigger winnings on FanDuel, an official partner of MLB. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we've got an incident on eastbound 44 just before Jameson. It was a slow-speed pursuit, possibly a diabetic driver that really wasn't aware of his surroundings. They stopped him, but they have the two left lanes shut down, eastbound 44 Jameson, so traffic is jammed eastbound at River to Pear because of it. Westbound 64, Hampton out through McCausland's heavy. Lindbergh out to Ballas is slow. Lake St. Louis Boulevard out to 70 is busy. Westbound Highway 70 this afternoon. You've got slow traffic west of 94th through Zumbel, TR Hughes, past Highway K, almost to Bryan Road. Then it opens up north 270, Dorset up to McKelvey. The right lanes are slow. South 270, 64, most of the way down to Manchester. Picks up the pace before you get to Manchester, actually. Southbound 55, south of Butler Hill to Merrimack Bottom. That's kind of heavy. Eastbound 270 between Route 3 and 203, slow. And 64, of course, has backups both ways. Westbound is midway between 159 and 157 to 255, and eastbound is 157 to 159. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Every step matters. That's why Steve All and the entire team at the All Financial Group have signed up to walk and fundraise for the St. Jude Walk on September 12th. St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital is leading the way the world understands, treats, and defeats childhood cancer. And here's what makes them truly remarkable. Families never receive a bill from St. Jude, so parents can focus on one thing, and one thing only, their child. We want you to be a part of this. You can join our team and walk with us on September 12th or simply make a donation. And here's the good news. Steve will personally match every dollar you give up to $1,000. To donate or to register to walk with the All Financial Group, visit steveall.com. That's steveaul.com. Or call 636-230-8824 for more information. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, a registered investment advisor. All Financial Group LLC is not affiliated with St. Jude's Research Hospital and does not accept or collect donations on their behalf.
Today, the Cards, the Reds.
Ameren Total Access 445. First pitch 540.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM KMOX.
Dave Murray segment sponsored by Able Light Thrift Shop. Something good is coming to St. Peter's. Able Light Thrift Shop is opening soon at 4122 Mexico Road, now accepting donations. Grand opening is August 28th, ribbon cutting at 8:30 and doors open at 9 a.m.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 334. Dave Murray time. Hello, Dave.
Hello there.
How are things out west?
All is well.
Good.
All is well.
Good.
I just put together, though, my medical stuff for September.
Oh, boy.
For September?
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, he does notes like you.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Otherwise, I'll forget about
someone's
it.
going to screenshot that and know every medication Dave's
That's right.
on.
Now, I'm not really on any medication other than a really low dose of Crestor.
Oh, good for you.
That's it. That's it.
I had all of my nutty pills come in at the same time at the pharmacy the other day, and the pharmacist gave me like all 4 bottles, and I said, "That's a bag full of crazy right there, isn't it?" And she really laughed. So it could have gone
Because they don't hear that stuff. Nobody does that stuff.
Right.
It's like, come on, have a good time.
Right.
Yeah, not too often you go to the pharmacy, though, for something you're happy about.
Yeah.
It's usually
I'm
you're
not
like,
happy about the crazy
well, I'm
pills.
sick, or something hurts, or I got high blood pressure, or whatever. It's never like, yay, party pills.
Speak for yourself.
Well, you can get those there, too.
I need an addendum to the last segment with Wiggins when I said that the symphony is in a category for me where a little goes a long way. But I also have written on my very same show sheet today, timpani. If the wizard came down and said, you can live another life, what do you want to do? You can't do this. I would have loved to play the timpani. I remember going to that 3rd grade thing you go to at Powell Symphony Hall, and I was already into drums and seeing the timpanis and watching them play. I could do that.
I don't even know what that is.
The timpani, the big giant brass drum.
It's not too late for you to do that.
No, you know what? You're absolutely right.
Yeah, absolutely. You could do it anytime you wanted.
I wonder how I could make that happen.
Pretty easily. I think there are places where you can rent them out from. There's also, I think, places that you can rent where you can go just to do that and practice on it. And
yeah.
mess around with stuff. You could buy your own. I'm sure you can get them from any music store.
You just go in once a week and go bing dong, ding
Yeah.
dong, and you're like, okay,
I want to just play around on
sounds
this.
good.
You start every hour like that.
How's the
on the show?
How's the steel drum going, Dave?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm getting really good at Margaritaville.
Okay.
I'm kind of stuck on that.
Is it coming naturally?
No, nothing musically comes naturally to me.
Interesting.
Nothing at all.
Hmm.
It's and that's the struggle.
Yeah.
And you were talking about banjo earlier. That was the first thing I tried to learn to play.
Ooh.
When I was just a little kid. That didn't go well at all.
That seems difficult.
Yeah. And
that
then I
seems
tried
difficult.
to play the slide guitar. That didn't go well either.
You know what I do when things like that happen? Give up.
Yep, that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, there
But
you go.
I'm not doing it with the pans. I'm gonna keep plugging away.
Good for you.
Plugging away.
So today is we all agree a very weird weather day here in St. Louis. It was dark as night this morning when it was time to get up, and just everything's kind of yellow out there.
Yeah, that was the latest cool front coming through. Brought some heavy rain for some folks. There's one more front coming through, and that will be later on tonight. I do expect some really strong storms from like northwest Missouri to south central Missouri to our west for the most part. We will see a few thunderstorms overnight tonight, some with heavy downpours of rain, but I'm not anticipating anything strong or severe. It should blow through, should be gone by first thing in the morning. That really opens up the northwest flow. An amazing stretch of weather coming up.
Nice.
Thursday, partly sunny, 83 on Thursday. Friday, sunny and 88. Still not bad. The weekend, sunshine, 86 on Saturday and 83 on Sunday. I like to say this because we'll have a lot of folks from out of town with the BMW Classic. I just remind everybody out of town that this is exactly what our August weather is like
All the time.
Oh,
All
yeah.
the time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sell it, baby.
Wheels, you gonna try and make it out there at all?
Probably not going to be able to, but I don't do golf on TV ever, but in person, it's awesome.
Rach, how much fun did we have?
It is so cool
out there that last time.
It was awesome.
You really loved it.
It was so fun. And then remember, me, you, and Close went back on Saturday because those passes lasted all week, which is really cool.
Yeah. And I think it was 93, maybe. Whenever the PGA was in town, I did the weather for it. The PGA had my own trailer.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty. That was a pretty good. That one got a lot of buzz because Tiger Woods had
Tiger was there.
Yeah, he had his big weekend, and the galleries were going. The galleries were huge, and it was that was different. That was.
I think this tournament is completely sold out, though.
Oh yeah.
So the fans will be out there. The course should be. I haven't seen it, but it should be in spectacular.
It is.
condition.
You can see it. Yeah, and some of the shots on TV and stuff, it basically looks perfect.
Yeah. Ackerman was out there yesterday and said it's just carpet. So
yeah,
nice. St. Louis always looks great in golfing events. We really do. The galleries are polite. They're enthusiastic, do they're not a-holes. And the golfers typically end up saying how St. Louis is one of their favorite stops.
Do we all agree that the dudes that yell "get in the hole" after every shot should be punched in the face?
Put them in dumbass jail.
Our Baba Booey. No, none of that.
Yeah.
St. Louis, none of that. None of that.
No one thinks you're funny.
No
one.
No. I mean, it was funny like 30 years ago when it was like nobody had done it before, and you're like, it's the same joke for 30 years.
It may have been funny once 30 years
ago.
ago.
The first time somebody did it. Yeah.
Dumb. Rachel, want to do some headlines?
Yes. Let's start by talking about the fact that Walmart is going to present their plans for drone delivery in St. Charles and Maplewood. Actually, I guess this happened last night. I'm looking at an old story, unless it's next Tuesday. But they're going to discuss the possibility of implementing drone delivery at locations in Maplewood and St. Charles. This would be for items weighing less than 5 pounds. So groceries, household goods, health products. Amazon is also set to expand their drone delivery service of lightweight packages, 5 pounds and under, to 500 U.S. cities. So just get ready for things to look a little different quite soon.
Mm-hmm.
Be interesting to see how they regulate that and keep it from becoming like a
Yeah.
huge mess.
Keep the drones away from my house.
Yeah,
Get
that's
off
the thing
my
is,
lawn.
like, I don't really want a drone, like, dozens of drones flying around in my neighborhood at any given time. But I guess if these big companies want to do it, then who
We have
am
no
I to
choice.
stand in their way? Yes.
Now, do they? I wonder.
If there's
do
a
they
dollar
have,
to be made.
Yeah, like in your neighborhood, let's say a 1 square mile around your house
Mhm.
or your condo or your apartment, and there's 15 drones up. Do they have a way of knowing where everybody is?
Oh,
Or are
like
we gonna
so, like the
start
Walmart
talking about?
drone knows where the Amazon drone is.
Yeah, yeah.
I would hope so,
I would hope so too.
but maybe
But I
not.
don't know.
I guess we are about to find out.
Not to take this somewhere terrible, but have you guys seen those videos in Ukraine of the drones chasing people down?
Yeah, that one dude who's trying to run around the van.
Oh, I mean, like chasing you around a car.
Right.
Dude.
And then they just blow up the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Anything like that where a piece of military weaponry is clearly targeting a non-combatant, that should be immediate consequences for that country.
You know, it seems to me that there have been many war crimes committed in the last few years by various nations.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always like, well, wait till The Hague gets a hold of you.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening.
American Airlines is bringing back seat back screens to their flights.
They took them away?
Yeah, actually, I just flew American last month, and I had to watch my movie on my phone. But no, it'll add seatback entertainment to roughly 800 single-aisle jets, with new Airbus and Boeing planes arriving with screens in 2028, and retrofits also beginning that year, going into the early 2030s. I do prefer watching a screen on like the back of. It's just nicer.
Yeah, it feels fancy.
Outshine fruit bars. I love these, but they are being voluntarily recalled due to possible glass contamination. Just wanted people to be aware of this, because the last thing you want when you're eating a delicious fruity popsicle is to run into a piece of glass.
Yes, gets in the way.
The recall affects a limited number of Outshine fruit bars flavors, including strawberry, watermelon, grape, tangerine, and black cherry. And these impacted products were packaged in boxes containing 2.5 ounce paddle bars apiece, with batch and UPC codes printed on the bottom. Just check it out. You can go to their website and make sure you're not included in the recall. Wine sales have hit a 20-year low because drinking habits are changing.
You know, the GLP-1s supposedly take down your desire for alcohol considerably.
Interesting.
And not just alcohol, but pleasures. So if you don't want to lose some of your pleasures, you may not want to go on the shot, but it's pretty well documented that the area of your brain that it affects to make you think that you're not hungry, it also makes you think you don't really want a glass of wine and some other things. So
I'm sure that's one of the reasons why they're seeing wine sales go down anywhere from 20 to 50%, depending on who you talk to.
How about that?
They're also saying some of it is gonna be economic pressures from consumers. So, if I'm watching my money, wine is one of those things that, it's expensive most of the time. And if I'm going out to a nice restaurant and the cocktail's $10 and the glass of wine is $17, people are gonna go for the cocktail usually. So something to keep in mind. One last story for you guys. A survey shows that opposition to data center construction is rising sharply. 12-point jump in opposition in just 4 months. 4 months does sound right when we talk about like this issue heating up and all these various town halls and people getting super upset and talking to their representatives about it. 49% opposed new data centers in February and March. And that's up 12% from there. So,
what do you think they're going to? I mean, I'm not a fan of data centers. I'm not a fan of data, but it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. I believe it's up to elected officials and council members and all this. It's your job to make your constituents feel comfortable. And there's been this weird strategy in a lot of local governments where it's like, you guys don't understand. You're stupid and you don't understand what's going on. And the only reason you don't want this is because you're dumb.
And we're not going to tell you anything.
That's been the message from a lot of people, and it's clearly not working. It's
that's
just
the
making
thing.
people more angry.
So much of it comes without any real true explanation.
Right.
Right? I mean, I'm sure that there are downsides, and I'm sure that there are economic upsides, but I don't hear good, solid explanations. And remember the one in St. Charles, nobody would say what it was for.
Yeah, that's a huge
problem. Or
problem.
who it was for. Well, you want people to come on board, tell us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
think that's why Musk wants to do it all in space. He wants to have the data centers.
Maybe
in
he'll
space.
move out there with that data centers.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
All righty.
Let me tell you guys something cool that Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage is doing. First of all, he is separate from the mortgage pack because he is the only one. How many are there? Hundreds, right? Hundreds of mortgage businesses within the sound of my voice. And yet only one of them has said, you know what? I'm not going to use commission salespeople. I'm going to do it myself. And the money that I save, which is considerable, not paying all those people commission, rather than putting that in my bank account, I'm going to use it to pay my customers fees so that they don't have fees on their loan. That immediately makes him a better choice than anyone else. He's also a great guy. He also gives you his cell phone number, which you can use 24/7. Because sometimes, swear it, I mean, it could be 11:30 at night and you think about something with a pending mortgage and you're afraid. You text him, you call him, and he will happily take your phone call. The other thing he's doing is he has this offer that whatever interest rate you qualify for in a 30-year mortgage, say it's a 6, you're going to pay a 5. You're going to pay 1% less than what you have coming to you based on your credit score for the first 12 months of the loan. So everything about Stewie is better than everything else about all the other mortgage people. It's just the fact. Here's a cell phone, 314-324-4440, 324-4440, NMLS 226715.
Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk. Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, they pretty much cleared that crash on eastbound, or crash, it was a pursuit. A medical sick case is what it turned out to be. But mostly on the right shoulder now, eastbound 44 at Jameson. So since the right lane's only partially blocked, there are no longer delays. Westbound 64, Kings Highway headed out through Clayton Skinkers, backed up. There's a little slowdown west of Spady to Ballas. It's delays. Lake St. Louis Boulevard at 70 as per usual. Westbound Highway 70, right through Lindbergh, the Rock Road area. We had an incident just west of the Rock Road, 94 to Zumbo. These are all slowdowns. TR Hughes through Highway K. Northbound 270, an incident north of Dorset. It is jammed at 364. South 270, 364 down to 64. A couple of slow spots continuing through Manchester, but then it's good down to 55. South 170 delays at Olive. Southbound 55. South of Butler Hill to Merrimack Bottom, you've got slow traffic there. And if you're on northbound 170, 70 almost all the way up to Hanley's, pretty busy. And on the Illinois side, east of westbound 64, the backups between 255 and 159. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
James Beard award-winning chef Kevin Nashin announces The Clydesdale, a Clark Avenue tavern at Ballpark Village, opening August 27th. KMOX is excited for this highly anticipated American tavern, rooted in familiar favorites, elevated through refined technique and premium ingredients. Reservations for The Clydesdale are now open. Book your table and experience a fresh take on tavern dining on one of the most iconic streets in Major League Baseball. For details and reservations, visit stlballparkvillage.com.
Seeing more bees, wasps, or hornets around your home? Carpenter bees can damage wood structures, and wasps and hornets often hide nests inside walls. Don't risk getting stung. Let Rottler Pest Solutions protect your home and family. Call Rottler today or visit rottler.com.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Hi, I'm Mark Cantor. The people around here are hardworking people, just like you. And when someone in your family gets hurt in a car wreck, everything can change very fast. That's why having a local lawyer matters. At Cantor Injury Law, we know these towns, these roads, and the people who drive them every day. When you call us, you're calling a local team with boots on the ground, ready to fight for you. You can count on Cantor.
CantorInjuryLaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
Looking for something new? Lombardo Homes is excited to introduce 2 brand new opportunities in St. Charles County. Discover Crooked Creek at Cottleville Trails, featuring stylish new townhomes from the high 300s and access to incredible amenities that make Cottleville Trails one of the area's most sought-after communities. Or find the space you've been dreaming of at South Point Estates, where expansive 3+ acre home sites and top-rated Wentzville schools create the perfect setting for your custom dream home. Visit LombardoHomes.com to learn more about these exciting new communities.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
It's 3:52, and this time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Welcome back, DGS 352. Matt Pauley is going to join us on the other side of the top of the hour break. We're out at 4:39 to make room for pregame 5:40 game again tonight against the Reds. New study finds that teenage girls and grown women use the most personal care products about 14 in the morning alone when they're getting ready.
14?
That's right. And boys use about half.
There are dudes using 7 or 8?
Yes.
I think I have 3.
Well, name them.
Hair gel, deodorant, and toothpaste.
Are they counting makeup in that?
Doesn't say.
It has to be.
Yeah, because, I mean, I'm definitely hitting that at that point. Because it's like deodorant, toothpaste, mouthwash, hairspray some days.
I mean, maybe toothpaste doesn't even count. Because it's not really the same category.
But I do like a brightening serum. I do a moisturizer with sunscreen in it. And then like my foundation.
Damn.
I mean.
If we're not counting washing products, I use my Color Science, which is like foundation makeup.
Tinted
but it's sunscreen. Yeah, that was a godsend from Dr. Maupin. I use that. Deodorant, cologne. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm super simple.
Yeah. I'm surprised, and it's not so much surprising to me that that anyone uses more than I do, because I'm like minimalist on it, but I'm surprised that the average guys are in the 7 or 8 range.
Looks maxing. I'm telling you.
What do you even? So it's like, what else is going into all of this?
Well, I used to use like serums and stuff like that, and then I stopped caring. I really did. I turned 60. I'm like, what am I fighting this battle for? Andrew, where do you come in?
Well, I do a face mask in the morning and then an extra one at night if I'm feeling extra, grody, you know what I mean? And then
are you serious or kidding?
Unguents and poultices. That I alchemize together. No, I'm kidding.
I
do shampoo.
Tell by the tone of your voice.
Yeah, I wash my hair with shampoo, and I wash my body with soap, and I wash my hands with soap, and that's about it.
Okay. I should not have asked that last question. Sorry, Rich. I just shouldn't have. Tell you guys about Mark and Neil Gelman of the Gelman team and eXp Realty. You know what I'm going to say before I say it, but it's important. You can get a huge swing up or down with the sale of real estate anytime in any town. but especially right now in our town, because as I understand it from the experts, the Gelmans, ironically, the more expensive your home is in St. Louis right now, the faster it is selling. It's not always like that, but all the rest of us who live in sort of normal guy houses, it really is kind of even. It's not the easiest time to sell a house, but it's also not a terrible buyer's market. You can still get a fair price for your home, which is why I truly, truly think it's never been more important to hire the Gelmans, because I truly, truly think they're the best real estate agents in town, from just resources and data that they have, things they know. They spend their own money trying to promote your home. They're experts at staging. I've been with them now for 20 plus years. I've done 3 different real estate transactions with them. They're the real deal. You want to know what they think your house is worth right now? Go to the front page of thegelmanteam.com, put in your address. When you're ready to talk, 314-336-1991.
Certain restrictions apply.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We